ticking, time is over. Before you know you're older, so sober, alone, you getting my cold shoulder. You crying like it's rain, you causing all the pain. No closure, I'm colder, you getting nothing, Joker.
Get down.
And we are back with Wild Rift Summoner Odyssey again. My name is Chef.
And I am NeonFaith.
Yeah, and of course we did have to restart the stream. Just a little bit of technical difficulties here and there, but we are gonna be going smooth sailing right here into the next game, hopefully. And we did see the brackets just now already. And we did see some amazing teams that already won, teams that got top 4 yesterday as well, and newer teams as well. That's the one I'm most excited for actually.
Yeah. I really want to see that new teams that come up. Maybe we see Nox Bullies, they came out of nowhere and they almost got the grand final win, but they didn't get it. So maybe different teams, they will come up and show us the new and upcoming talent of the C region.
Yeah, and new and upcoming talent it is, because we've seen a lot of highlights, especially from individual players. From many teams, we do see the great AD carry plays, the great mid plays. Of course, we did see great support plays. Yesterday, we had for the first time a Janna MVP.
Janna MVP. So that's very interesting. And we do have. I heard from the sources from up above, which is the cloud servers for Wild Rift. They did let me know that there is some server issues with Wild Rift. So there will be a slight delay. So. That's not our fault.
That's not our fault. That one, we cannot do anything. That's Riot's problem. They have to help fix the C server. Come on, there's so many people that want to play this game, especially right now. They want to play in the tournament for Rift Summoner Odyssey as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited to watch. So hopefully the problem is resolved as quickly as possible so we can get on with the games. But while we are waiting, let's talk a little bit about patch 2.2. Since we did talk about 5 new champions that are coming in.
Yes.
Out.
And with that patch, we do also already have the balance patch. They did buff and nerf a few champions here and there, but some of them are quite minor, some of them are quite drastic and quite surprising as well. Especially we do see Jhin being banned, and Orianna, of course, being not banned but being nerfed. Yes, Orianna being nerfed in this patch. She has low HP, lower cooldown in the early game as well, higher cooldown I mean, and deals a little bit less damage with a lower AP ratio.
Yeah, the lower AP ratio actually scales to late game, so that was a substantial nerf to Orianna, and also her base HP is reduced by 40 HP, so every time we saw teams escaping with sub 50 HP, Orianna's not going to survive that. So that is a substantial nerf to the character. And on the other side, we see a small buff to Darius. Maybe it's actually a bigger buff than I thought. It is granting unstoppable status to Darius when he lands his Noxian guillotine.
Yeah, and it do seem like there are a lot of opportunities where Darius can get the ulti as well, the Noxus guillotine. So, but there's so many times where he just gets stunned, he just gets CC'd, he just gets rooted or whatever, and he's not able to get the full ulti, the full damage as well. So it's more of a quality of life change, but it's a buff. It's also a buff in the sense that it just helps Darius, just gets the dunk.
Yep. Another thing that is really interesting that I saw is that they didn't really touch Akali at all. They just left her as the current stage she is, which a lot of players I've seen online disagree.
Yeah, I also can sort of disagree. I can't believe she's not being touched at all. She's being picked in like every game, even in your ranked match, even in your pubs, and especially in tournament. If she's not banned, she will be picked. Whether or not she wins or loses, she's having a 100% pick ban rate in this meta right now.
And actually, I would say a pretty high win rate too. And the problem with leaving a champion pretty strong out there is you're leaving the community saying that, hey, you guys gotta find your own solution for this. Maybe next patch, if they see that the community, maybe they haven't found a solution, maybe the developers think that there's something that we think that should be done against Akali which you guys are not seeing. That's why they're leaving her untouched. But at the same time, it is a risk to take if you're on the side of Riot, because leaving someone unbanned. They also did nerf other characters like Pantheon.
Yeah, and what do you think? Why do you think they're banning Pantheon? They're nerfing. I keep saying banning. They're nerfing Pantheon so early on after his release.
I'm thinking that he actually had a lot of roam potential and a lot of damage from the character itself. And to be fair, he's a pretty basic character to play. He has a point-and-click stun. He has executing ability with his first skill and his passive from his third, and he can tank any damage that comes his way with his third skill. So overall, he's a pretty strong character if you know how to play well. So I don't blame Riot for blaming him away. For
Why blame
nerfing him. So I think it's a very, very interesting thing that what they've done with Pantheon, and I think that is the correct action they should do. They didn't really overly nerf him, but at the same time they still made him viable to play.
Yeah, and of course they did have some changes for the items. Yesterday we did see 7-9, I believe, they did pick the Blitzcrank for the first time in a long time. We would not expect anyone to pick Blitzcrank in these situations, but I'm pretty sure they read the developers' notes. They saw that the change to Winter's approach is specifically aimed to characters like Blitzcrank. They want to be tank, and also they want to have more cooldown reduction as well.
Yeah, perhaps maybe that's one of the reasons why they shifted towards the Blitzcrank, but ultimately it didn't work out for 7-9. Maybe just trying something out. Of course, if you don't innovate, you will not grow. I don't know why I'm going in this. I had a nice thing going in my head. It just didn't work out.
But I was interested in the Blitzcrank play, as I said, but the real problems coming from Blitzcrank is the fact that you have to hook the right person, right? You have to hook the carries, you have to hook the supports. But the problem is the people that get hooked now in this meta are so scary. Like if you hook them in, you're just gonna get them closer to the tower as well.
And talking about hooking, we are gonna hook ourselves into the pick and ban. And someone that has a lot of sticking ability. We're gonna consult him for a little. You guys already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna open up his head. There's gonna be a piece of paper in here.
Yeah, Spider-Man so smart nowadays. I feel like, in the lore as well, he's a pretty smart guy right?
Yeah.
So while looking at the bans, they do pick the Corki first pick. I'm guessing Corki is not banned, obviously.
Yeah, we can see it on GeoX Esports. They do ban out the Lee Sin and Akali, and for RTZ underranked PH, they will ban out the Orianna and Kaisa. So Corki is left up.
Yeah, that's a very surprising ban for the Kaisa, knowing that they are second pick. Giving up the Corki, they probably have a plan here. It looks like they're hovering over Vayne. There's no way they're gonna pick Vayne, right?
Oh, I want to see a Vayne because Vayne is very, very interesting, and we do see a Braum already picked. But when you see a Braum, it's usually an Ezreal. So I'm not gonna be surprised if it's gonna be Ezreal because that is more the way they're going. But actually, they're going for a pretty reserved comp in the early game. Where they're going for Ziggs, Camille, Jarvan, Braum. You really only want to start fighting when you're level 5 and above. But on the side of GeoX, if they pick the Leona, this shows that this is an extremely aggressive comp. They have that all-in potential with Wukong, with Leona, with Gragas, with the Casket. You have Corki too with that good backline damage, and of course Aurelion Sol we saw so many times with the big comment.
Yeah, and it looks like GeoX Esports, they have a more solid draft right here with a mix of teamfight, a mix of early game pressure with the Leona, with the Corki as well. And also the great late game, Corki, Aurelion Sol, great late game champions right here. But on the side of underrank, they do, as you said, go more reserved. They want to farm up, they want to get Ziggs the items, they just want Ziggs to scale a little bit more. They will suffer a bit in the early game, but it looks like they're going to go for the Camille top instead of the Camille jungle that we've seen so much yesterday.
Usually when you see Jarvan, he will be going to the jungle, or we did see a dual jungle support Jarvan, I think about a week ago.
A week ago, yeah, that's very confusing.
Yeah, but then of course it won't be a Jarvan jungle. So it won't be a Jarvan support jungle. So no issue there. So sorry, earlier we did show the brackets. So we'll go after the next game. We will show the brackets one more time. You can see it. So if you missed it, you actually can go back to our previous video. We have the bracket there. So you want to take a quick peek, you can do so.
Yeah, and the brackets today, as you said, so many new teams, new names. Familiar names as well. They're trying to keep their crown. They want to win again, especially teams like Imperium Pro Team. And today we will have a newer matchup today. Underrank versus GeoX. I have not heard so much about GeoX. We did see, I'm not sure if you ever seen Underrank.
We did see GeoX play.
We did see GeoX play?
We also did see Underrank play once. So these are not unfamiliar teams. And while we're talking about it, we will go into the first game for the Summoned Odyssey. We will see on the blue team, we will have GeoX Esports and Underranked PH. Of course, both teams are from the Philippines, and they're actually going to clash in the mid lane like Aram.
Yeah, like Aram is going to be out in the patch soon. I guess they're a little bit excited right there. But as we see, no kills happening right there. It looks like Underranked PH, they are trying to go for an invade, an early invade. And Wukong is aware of it. He's just playing in the bushes, just waiting, probably waiting for a smite steal. Are we going to see a smite steal?
No, he doesn't get the steal, but Jarvan's level 2, so he has that flag and drag pull. But of course, they just get the red buff and they just walk away. But Aurelion Sol, he's going to come and disturb the Jarvan a bit. I don't think he has much issue. He can flash away. Oh, but yes, he's stunned by the Leona. He won't flag and drag away. He won't just survive a little bit of HP. And actually, that actually does favor the side of Underrank because they just let Aurelion Sol. Honestly, they should have just let Aurelion Sol farm out because he had that open lane. He could have just pushed it in while Braum and Ezreal were busy, but he opts to help them out. So he does lose out a little bit of farm, but Leona at the same time will be at the mid lane trying to help the Corki.
Yeah, we do see a Corki being mid and Aurelion Sol gonna be farming in the bot lane. We've seen some of these kind of picks happen, right? They want to put the AD carry in the mid, guessing again, knowing that it's against the Ziggs. They probably feel like Aurelion Sol will not do so well against the Ziggs in this situation. So they want to just put him out in the ball lane, just farming. But look at that! What a great first blood coming from Ezreal right there. Underrank PH, they do punish the Aurelion Sol being at bottom lane as she is alone. He does not have the support like the Corki at mid.
Yeah, I mean, he just got sniped over there by the Ezreal's Mystic shot. So it was pretty mystic to hit that shot. And the thing is, I'm surprised that Aurelion Sol died. He burned his flash and barrier at the same time and he still died. So it's going to be such a major disadvantage in the main lane if Jarvan looks for the gank on Aurelion Sol. He does not have the escape, especially only being level 2 right now. I mean, now just reaching level 3, but Ziggs, he's after like one more minion after the next week, he will get to level 5. So a dangerous territory for the Aurelion Sol. I think by the time he comes back, the passive XP gain, he will be level 5. So very, very big danger for the Aurelion Sol.
Yeah, and Aurelion Sol should not have died down there, especially for the fact that he knows that it's a 2v1, right? You can't just go and be more aggressive. So maybe he took a little bit more damage than he should have. But we do also have the Corki being level 5 in this situation. But Ezreal getting that first blood, a solo kill as well, getting that level 5 in the dual lane. So right now, GOS Esports, they are down 1,000 gold already early on. The Dragon has not spawned yet. It's going to spawn in about a minute, give or take 10 seconds as well. So GOX, they're probably just again playing passive and they will try to get almost engaged by the Camille and the Jarvan, but too near to the turret.
Yeah, I mean, Gragas always has a body slam to escape and he has a flash, so it's more of a like show your face in the lane to create pressure, more of a thing for Jarvan. Even if you're not getting a gank, having your face shown just creates that jungle pressure which is so reliable to use, and at the same time now Camille, you're going to have that lane shoved out so you can just move around, take the honey fruit away and just maintain pressure all around map. You can see that actually they're chasing out onto the Wukong. He has to flash away into his red buff and this is going deeper in. Jarvan. Actually, he
thought that was a champion.
Wait, that was the Wukong clone. So he thought that Wukong was there and he burns the Cataclysm there onto the clone. So they won't have that Cataclysm up for the team fight, which actually might come to bite them.
Yeah, especially for the fact that the Dragon will be spawning in 10 seconds. So they obviously want to have this Cataclysm for this next fight. But GOX Esports, they're not even down gold anymore as they're down less than 1,000 here. So they are able to fight here. Even though that Leona does not have the level 5 and she will have the level 5 right now. So they all have their ultimates up and ready for this next team fight. And it looks like Underrank PH, they are going to be starting up the Dragon here.
Yeah, they will pull it out to make sure that it's not an easy access for GOX. They'll have to come the long way around to get to it. And also there is no blast code and Leona is there, prime with Wukong. With the ulti, will land on the Braum. With the ulti from Camille, will land on the backline. Wukong will steal away the Dragon. He will have the ulti, he will land on his backside and a little life, but doesn't matter. Wukong with the ulti, he will try to take away the side. But Braum and Camille will go down for the side of Underrank PH. And this chaos coming from the side. They do snipe the Corki at the backline with Ziggs, but the damage is done. They take the Dragon and they escape.
Yeah, and the fact that they got the Dragon, they lost one Corki there if I'm not wrong. So in that fight they did lose one, but they end up getting two in return. So GOX Esports, they end up winning that fight, for getting the first Dragon in the game. So that's going to give them their significant gold lead, their significant buff lead as well. So GOX Esports right now, they're looking pretty confident.
Yeah, I mean, they took that Dragon, which, let's be fair, it's not the most important Dragon, but it is a Dragon nonetheless. So having that little bit more ability haste will help out the Leona, will help out that Gragas when he wants to get that body slam as much as possible. And it really deters that Ziggs and Ezreal, because if they both have ability haste, the poking is going to be much more annoying because you're going to have it up much more often. And just, it's better if you don't have it than I having it. So, of course, that is one of the major things when you steal away
Yeah, and GX Esports, it does show the strength of their comp, right? They do have the Wukong for the great engages and as well as the damage from the Corki and also the Comet coming from Aurelion Sol as well. And this is why I really love the Leona pick as well. It just fits it just brings everything together with the nice engage from the stun. As we saw, she got the stun onto the Braum, if I believe, and that actually started the fight and helped them get this dragon.
Really helped them with Dragon, and Rift Herald has spawned, and really see underranked PH, they're pushing towards the Dragon. Even though they did lose the Dragon, they are not behind in terms of a goal. They are basically even at this point because both teams, they have their lanes pretty sorted out. Mid lane will have a slight push towards the tower, Aurelion Sol will clear it out, so no issue. So both teams, they'll have initiative on to the Rift Herald. Of course, PH, they're already starting it. Jarvan is going to heat it up, and Wukong already has a GA, so he can go in with... Now they have Cataclysm. So with the Leona, he will hit the backline on the Jarvan. They steal the Rift Herald again. They steal the Dragon, they steal the Rift Herald. But now the fight will turn. Jarvan will lock people into Cataclysm. Aurelion Sol will go down. Leona will go down. They're chasing away for the kills. Ezreal will try to hit the Gragas, but he will blast cone away. He will be slain. And that will be 2 kills for underranked PH.
Yeah, and those 2 kills, even though they got the 2 kills right there, losing the Rift Herald actually makes their fight win not so important as the fact that having the Rift Herald is so important, as we've seen getting the next dragon for the team. Because Esports can just put the dragon down in mid and get the next dragon as well. So under PH, they do end up getting the first turret in this game. They end up getting 2 kills as well. So they did not, Gox Esports, they did not get it for free. So under Esports, under PH, they are probably not so down about that.
Yeah, I mean, you already got the first tower, so technically the Rift Herald's value has significantly dropped when you lose that first tower blood, because you really want to get it for an early lead. And the thing about Rift Herald, a lot of people don't realize, oh wait, we're looking for engage on the Camille. She will have to flash away. Jarvan is nearby, but just in case, because Leona was near the vicinity. But as I was saying, Rift Herald, it's not guaranteed gold when you get the Rift Herald, because you still have to play around it, and if you don't play correctly and you don't place Shelly in the correct position, you will just lose out. And at the same time, you see a fight breaking out in mid, but both teams, they just shake hands and walk away.
Yeah, as the Comet did with in a very big margin in that situation right there. So Ezreal, not a very easy champion to get hit by spells, especially skill shots like that. So GX Esports, right now they're down 1,000 gold, but they do have the Rift Herald and they do have the Dragon right here. And it looks like GX Esports as well. The Dragon is going to be spawning 10 seconds. They want to drop this Rift Herald down at the mid. So they want to get some attention away. Are they going to drop this Rift Herald at mid? It looks like they are.
Yeah, most probably. Wukong has the Rift Herald, so he can drop it down in mid. Dragon has spawned and immediately started up because they know Rift Herald is not spawned yet, so you can take this little downtime to start the Dragon, but at the same time, they're actually not going for it. So they're looking for a trap on the Wukong. He has already used his clone, so he has to wait a little while longer before he can go in with that big cyclone. At the same time, I'm still wondering, why haven't they dropped the Rift Herald?
Yeah, I'm guessing they're waiting for the minion to crash in the mid lane to drop this Rift Herald. But another weird thing that underranked, they are not starting the Dragon up yet, knowing that GX Esports, they don't really have a great place to put this Rift Herald right now. So they're in prime position to try to take this Dragon here. And GX Esports, they have to go from the back, they have to go for the flanks in this situation. They are quite split up. 2 people just taking the Dragon, Jarvan trying to hit the Dragon alone, but GX Esports, they are hiding in the bottom lane. They are trying to go push the waves, try to create a little bit more pressure here, and under Esports, they have to stop taking the Dragon here.
Yeah, already the damage has been done, because you see, even with the Rift Herald, GX couldn't really place it down, and mid lane turret is taken away, and of course with Ziggs satchel charge, he will deal a lot of damage to turrets, and they actually do spot Ziggs will be walking towards the top side. So maybe that should have been a go-ahead for GX to, hey, let's maybe can rush the Dragon down, but they don't see the other members of underranked, so they're a little wary, because they are now down about 2,000 gold just because of that little dance around on the side of underranked. So when you play around the jungle, you have the little dance. You just have that little momentum, especially with Ezreal that can poke from afar. We have Ziggs that can take turrets now. And Camille, I think she wins this 1v1. So if I was Aurelion Sol, I'll be a little careful.
Yeah, and we do have GX Esports going to be starting up the Dragon, knowing they are in a better position to start this Dragon. And we do see a nice ulti coming from Braum, but does not really get anything out of it. So he has spent the cooldown. And we do have the Cataclysm starting from Jarvan, trying to kill the Wukong. The Wukong does not get the Dragon here, as the red team will stay the Cloud Dragon. He has to spend a GA. He will fall soon after. We do see in the back Camille trying to lock down the Gragas. The Gragas also will fall. Aurelion Sol and Corki, only one left alive in this fight.
And that should mean the Baron for Underrank. They immediately see their opportunity and they run straight to the Baron. Already you killed 3 people for GeoX. So with the comp they have Ziggs, they have Ezreal. With Jarvan's passive, they can take the Baron incredibly fast. Of course, Bomb will be tanking up. He has that tanky potential, so no problem. But of course, the Rift Herald will be summoned because the timer has reached. Because you can't hold the Rift Herald forever. I think it's about 4 or 5 minute timer where you can only hold the Rift Herald for so long in your hand. So Rift Herald is summoned onto the top lane. It's still right in their base actually. So you have to have a slow walk all the way to the lane.
Yeah, and GeoX Esports, they have to be a little bit scared now because knowing that Underrank, they do have the lead, you have to be scared of the damage going to be coming from the Ziggs, especially we did say Ziggs requires a little bit of time to get going, to get started, especially in the early game. He does deal a lot of damage, but not as much as if you get the early lead like this, which is a 5,000 gold lead for GeoX Esports. Underrank PH, they are looking a little bit more confident, just pushing out the mid lane. GeoX, they cannot split up right here, even though Camille being so annoying in the top lane, just pushing out the waves. And Underrank, they're playing these fights very superbly.
I mean, look at how confident they are. Ezreal just dashed into an empty territory, he had no wards in the area, and he was so confident that his team could back him up. And that's just another turret going for the side of Underrank PH. And you saw that Rift Herald didn't do anything. Like I said, it's not guaranteed goal, but at the same time, we have a fight in the mid lane. They will try to hit out the Ezreal, but the shield and redemption for Ezreal will save him up. And of course, now look at Camille, she's so strong, but a collapse from Gragas. She has to be a little bit careful. Actually, she does go back in for the fight. She's actually looking for the Gragas. Look how much damage she has with the Baron buff, with all the empowered minions. So I wouldn't be too worried about Camille, and the team is also pushing on mid lane. So when you have that strong team, you're gonna see how they're gonna engage, and they took the inhibitor turret. So already so early in this game, they're gonna lose the inhibitor turret.
Yeah, and Underrank PH, they're just playing these macro plays super well, pushing out the top lane, creating so much pressure in the top. They cannot ignore it right here. And Jarvan does have to spend the golden skin, the Zhonya's right there. Leona also tried to get something in that fight, just walking in, but not getting anything in these fights. Underrank right now, they are up 10,000 gold. It's so much more than just even 1 minute earlier. They are going to be able to get these inhibitors with the Baron buff, and it looks like they are just trying to create so much pressure in his lane. But a great engage coming from Wukong, trying to get through. Rob has to run away. 1 more HP will fall to the Leona as well. And another ulti coming from Wukong. Another Cataclysm also onto the Leona. But the Leona just runs away barely right here. But Ezreal will also fall right after Camille going in onto the Corki. Does that the kill? Oilinso super low will also fall. Underrank PH, they did lose 2 at the start, but now they are trying to win the fight with the gold lead right here.
They look like they're gonna end the game because I mean Jarvan is low, but they have they have Camille, they have Ziggs. Ziggs will also throw that big bomb just to deter them, but Jarvan will be taken away by the Nexus, and another kill will go to the Wukong shutdown, and he will try to win away Ziggs, but I don't think he will be able to survive the damage. He has that damage with the Zhonya's, he will pop it, but he doesn't have any other way to deal the damage. So 3 kills go to GeoX, but I don't think it's enough. Look at the goalie, it's still about 12,000 gold to GeoX. So Gragas almost dies to the minions.
Not just the goalie, we do have an amazing, incredible tower lead here. They do destroy every tower in this game for GeoX Esports, so they have to worry about the coming pushes from just the minions itself. GeoX right now, they did get a great little comeback fight, getting the 2 people right there trying to run away, getting the 3 people actually trying to run away as Underrank PH. They were a little bit too overconfident in their base there.
Yeah, and we can see Wukong is immediately starting on the Infernal because they don't want to give it away to Underrank. They know that because Underrank is so strong, they just have to rush it down, and if any mistake comes through, they will lose it, but they're going in, they will slay the Infernal Dragon, but a fight will break out. You see Camille at the backline, he will ulti up. Corki does go in the zone as they kill the Leona away, and Wukong will try to knock out with the Cyclone, but Corki will also go down to the Ziggs with the Mega Death Bomb. They will now chase the GA off the Wukong. He's lying there facing the floor, and he will go down to 3 kills for Underrank PH.
Yeah, and Underrank PH, they don't care about the dragon. They're killing everyone, almost everyone from GeoX allows them to be able to push this tower here. Jarvan is super low, but it does not matter as Ezreal can just hit the Nexus right here. Ezreal will just try to hit the Nexus. He will just try to end the game. GeoX Esports, they don't have enough people to defend this game, and Underrank PH, they will beat GeoX Esports.
Underrank PH with a subliminal I don't even want to say it anymore. I'm just gonna not say it anymore. With a fantastic game coming for the side of Underrank PH, they show why that the pick from Jarvan was justified with the Ziggs. We have the Mega Death Bomb at the same time. So that is why we saw why there was pick. We have reasonings. We have the consensus.
Consensus?
Yeah, the consensus.
Yeah. So I do feel like their early game was a little bit unusual for the fact that why would they put Aurelion Sol in the bottom lane, knowing that Aurelion Sol, even against one person, sometimes can be a bad matchup. But putting him up against two will be even worse, and he did lose the first blood right there. So that could have spelled a little bit of danger, especially for GOX Esports.
I mean, I would think that maybe they would try to push the Aurelion Sol just so that Corki will have a better matchup in the mid lane to farm, because Braum and Ezreal, as we've seen a lot of times, it's a very annoying combo to deal with. And of course, we will go to the stats. I want to see who dealt the most damage. I'm putting my money on Ziggs.
Yeah, and Ziggs will be the MVP, as you say. You are the Oracle, man. Looks like it, but he will die that one time in the base right there. Look at that damage coming from Ziggs, and also just a little bit short, the Ezreal as well, getting so much damage in these fights. And it goes to show they do like to play this high damage, this Braum Ezreal comp in the bottom lane. But on the other side, we do have Gragas dealing 14k damage. It's not even close to the damage that Ezreal and Ziggs can pump out in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Gragas isn't really known as a damage dealer, so it makes sense that why he wasn't really one of the top damage dealers. But at the same time, like I always tell people, never build tank on Gragas. This is why, even though he's so far behind, he does so much damage, because your healing also scales with your second skill. So that is the major reasons why you will go for the Gragas. And unfortunately for Aurelion Sol, he didn't have the best of games, was shut down early by the Ezreal and Braum, and things just went out of control over there.
Yeah, and Artesian, they are showing just their capability to come back in this game, especially for the fact they did lose the first dragon as it was stolen by the Wukong. But they did know that it doesn't matter if you get this first dragon, especially for the fact that if you know we are stronger, we know we can get the better team fights, the better engages as well. You do not have to worry. And they do get the second dragon, and of course, it was the Cloud. It wasn't the Cloud Dragon, it was the Ocean Dragon. Yeah, they do get the Ocean Dragon. They had to give up the third dragon, but they won the fight. So for the fact that they win the fight, they will be able to end the game.
Yeah, and talking about ending the game, you're going to see the end of the game one more time with the replay. Let's go. Bring me that replay. Zoom.
And we see here the first blood snipe coming from the Ezreal. URTZ Jones being so proactive right there, getting the kill. And this is also one of the times that we thought GOX, they had a great start getting this dragon right here, but they did also win this fight, getting two right there. And under rank, they were a bit worried. I'm pretty sure they were a bit worried losing this early fight, but this is where I feel things just turned around, as even after this Rift Herald was stolen, under rank do win this fight with a great ulti coming from Jarvan and also the Ziggs dealing so much damage, and Gragas had to run away, was flashed in. Ezreal almost gets the kill, but no, just barely escapes.
Yeah, the burn flashes from everyone actually snowball everything, and we can see another dragon fight, which was earlier GOX were stealing the dragon, but now locked into Cataclysm. Wukong had to make a desperate attempt for the dragon. He doesn't get the steal, so everything else falls apart. They will kill off the Wukong. The Barabellum will catch up the Gragas. He will just turn to make sure that he will not chase anyone else, but that's already 3 kills for Underreg, and this is when they just snowball everything. They took the Baron, they took top turret, they took middle turret, they took bottom turret, and we thought the fight would change a little bit for the favor, but look at the goal lead, already 12,000. So even after all this, you can see the fight that was so close for both teams. They came out with the goal lead. You can see, I mean, I thought Ziggs would have survived even longer after this. I thought he could deal more damage with the Parabellum. They do get the Corki, but you can see in a little while that even though they chase for more kills, it'll be a little dangerous because everyone's respawning for the side of GOX.
Yeah, they did overstay their welcome in their base. They're just trying to get a kill here and there, but they can't, even with this lead, you can't just go in, especially tanking the turrets, as we see Jarvan tanking the Nexus turret right here, and Camille as well, just dying, giving a shutdown kill to the Wukong. That was a bit dangerous right there. And right now, we do have Ziggs trying to escape with the golden skin, the stasis, but will not escape. And GOX, they do have some way to breathe a little bit.
Yup, some way to breathe, and this is the fight where GOX, they had for the Hail Mary. They wanted to get the Infernal Dragon away from Underrank, but Underrank, they were just in time to win the fight. They killed the Leona. They will kill off the Wukong. We will fall to GA. They will also get the Corki with a snipe with the Mega Death Bomb, and that's gonna be lights out for GOX after this kill. They just run down the bottom lane. They have the open Nexus ready and ready to go with the thumbs up from the Ezreal, from Mr. Jones himself. They will just push the Nexus, and that will be the game for underranked PH.
Yes, and amazing showing as I must say. Man, I'm just finding words today, but I don't know. Under MPH, they are just playing super solid. I do hope to see them go a bit further in this tournament, as we have not really seen them in the grand finals yet. So maybe they can be our new champions today, who knows?
Yeah, they're playing very well, so maybe this time is their time to shine. They will go to the grand finals. Maybe, of course, we have still many strong teams in the bracket, so we can't count anyone out just yet. Of course, we already saw Nox Bullies came out of nowhere and they bullied everyone in the bracket. Of course, other than Imperium Pro Team were our champions yesterday. So, Chef, what happens now?
What happens now? I think we go to a break. I think we go to a break. We rest a bit. Let the teams rest a bit for a while. Prepare for the next match, as it will be the top 16. So we'll be right back.
Clock's ticking, time is over. Before you know you're older. So sober, alone, look, you get in my cold shoulder. You crying like it's rain. You causing all the pain. No closure, I'm colder.
Welcome to Wild Rift. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on 35 years. 5 advice for whoever who wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skill, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends, because everyone has a different idea. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning, because people will be involved. Want to know more? Join us at
unmanageable, also known as J. Number in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay. Actually, sebenarnya saya minat dalam bidang e-sports sejak zaman CSGO. Korang mesti pernah dengar zaman CSGO kan? Yes, time tu kita orang main dengan kawan-kawan. So, much later, Mobile Legends pula yang keluar. Mobile Legends was way more fun. It's a short game, interesting, it's best played with friends, and it's a mobile game. Siapa tak nak main? Main je lah. Yes, so kita orang main Mobile Legends, we played in tournaments. Yes, we win some, we lose some, but that's the nature of the game. Who just wants to win? You need to lose to learn some. So after that, I thought to myself, how can I enhance my career in esports industry? So that's where I found an opening as a producer in eGG Network. Yes, eGG Network is a gaming channel in Astro, and that's where I started working to grow my career. And I was way more happier after joining eGG Network because I was the producer for this MPL MYSG first season. We initiated the season with Munton, and I was very happy to work on a game that I love playing myself. So, as you can see, when you love gaming, there's an opportunity for you to grow. There's a place for you to build yourself up, not just in a gaming career, but as a sideline as well. So, that's where I stopped eGG and I started working in IRL. Currently, I am in IRL. IRL is a gaming company that brings out more out of me. Yes, we do organize more tournaments. I am the TriCaster producer here. I'm the head of the TriCaster producer as a matter of fact. And I can't wait to see you join our tournaments, not just in Mobile Legends, but in other games as well. We'll be coming out with more games for you to play, more exciting tournaments with exciting prize pools. Drop by to say hello if you all are joining us, you know. Can't wait.
Welcome to Wild Rift. First blood. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on 35 options. 5 advice for whoever who wants to succeed. learn as many type of skill as possible. Technical skill, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends. Because everyone has different idea. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning. Because people will evolve. Want to know more? Join us at
You causing all the pain, no closure, I'm colder. You getting nothing, Joker. 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 Clock's ticking, time is over. Before you know you're older.
Hello and welcome to Wild Rift Summoners Odyssey. My name is Ghost.
And I am Chef.
Alright, today we have 32 teams competing today to get in the prize pool of 172 ringgit. Okay, our tournament today is organized by IRL Asia and partnered by Homie.
Yeah, and we are also sponsored by Inch Theory and co-sponsored by Franchise Nami and KX.
Wow. Alright, that was an amazing match. Both fierce competitors from both teams, GOX Esports and also Underranked PH.
Yeah, and of course, the last game was so amazing, man. We did see a great showing from RTZ Underranked PH. They do show some improvement right there, as we did not see them go so far last time. They went to the most top 4, so I'm hoping to see them get into the grand finals today as well. Because I want to see more new winners today, man. I want to see more new teams. I don't want to see the same teams over and over again.
I agree. Well, of course, I was astonished by the fact that their lineups included Leona in the matchups, and I was like astonished that they also get to secure 2 dragons and the Rift Herald. They stole the Rift Herald actually, but then again, Underranked PH made up their kills, secured enough kills in order to gain victory. So, wow. That was amazing.
Yes, and RTZ Underranked, we will be having them in the next match as well. So we are going to be watching them play up against, I don't want to spoil it actually. We went to the bracket, so we spoiled it. Since I did spoil half of it, but I don't want to spoil the next one.
I know.
Because it's going to be a big match, I feel. Because both teams, they are one of the favorites to win this today's tournament.
Yes. So, Spider-Man, you're... Oh.
And Spider-Man will be taking his leave away.
Oh man, what happened? Spider-Man, you okay, man? You okay?
Producer, do we have the brackets as well? Is the brackets ready?
Okay. How about?
I don't know what's happening.
What's happening right now?
We will be able to see the
Brackets right now. Okay, Spider-Man seems to be doing fine right now. All right.
Okay, we do have, as I said, Unranked PH, they did win the last game just now, and Imperium, they will be going up against Imperium Pro Team. They did win yesterday's tournament.
Yes, and also not to mention we have Nox Bullies as well with Execration. Sam9 seems to be winning again today. So we're seeing they're redeeming themselves today. Wow, what a nice, what matchups that we have not seen.
Yeah, the most matchups that we have not seen is going to be on the right, as we have teams like Geek Fam, teams like Unsponsored, Aladdin Esports as well. So, man, I feel like these, especially on the right side, we have not seen so many teams being played so far.
True as well. Wow, I mean, from the way that they just named their team, I guess that they must be having some mystery behind their skills. So I gotta say, I mean, they got like Team Rita, they got Geek Fam, and Wildcats. Wow, woo, Wildcats. Oh, that just reminds me of our cheerleading team. Okay. But not to mention, okay, so I think we can go on to the pick bands.
Pick bands? Not yet.
No, not yet pick bands. I'm so sorry. Wow! Spider-Man, And we have Neon Ghost, and what's
Neon
happening?
Ghost.
Neon Ghost. Oh my God! I'm stuttering, but then again, yes. So what would be our prediction? What is the teams? I mean, that will be fighting today.
Yeah, as we mentioned just now, we will have RTZ Underrank going to go up against RTZ Underrank PH. They will be going up against Imperium Pro Team. As we said, they did win yesterday's grand finals. They showed a great showing. Especially, I just love how they played the early game, where they like to, before the first dragon spawns, they go for the top turret and they kill it to get the goal, to get this amount of pressure, especially the lane pressure in the lanes.
I guess it's time already for us to go through the next phase, which is our big bands. Hey, Spider-Man, sorry for you just fell down just now. So I was mentioning if you maybe got your brain. So what's happening to Pick Bans? RTZ Underrank PH decided to ban Lee Sin and Gragas.
And yeah, Imperium Pro Team, they do ban the Camille and the Akali. Both teams, they do have normal bans here, especially with the Lee Sin and the Camille ban as well. We did see we did see Imperium Pro Team. They do not like to deal with the Camille right now, so they do ban it out. And of course the Akali ban. No one wants to play with Akali in these games right now, so.
These days, but I have to disagree. I think it's not because of they don't want to play Camille, but because of was it Akali we saying?
Yeah, Akali.
Akali and Camille, but it's because of they're just too overpowered these days, and there's too many players that knows how to deal with them. So it's like if we give them another chance to use them, it's not gonna be good for us. That's the reason why.
Yeah. For sure. As we do have an Alistar pick. We have not seen Alistar in so long, especially in the last weeks that we have been seeing. So Alistar did get nerfed in this patch with a slight nerf for the AoE of the knockup and the damage as well. So going for the Alistar, maybe they don't want to pick the Braum in this situation. I'm not surprised. I'm quite surprised they did not go for the Braum this time. And Imperium Pro Team, they have Elsant on the Janna. Janna, one of probably his most signature champions in this tournament right now.
Yes. And yes, as we have mentioned, Alistar was being nerfed this time, but still again, they're confident on their skills for Alistar. It was said that on the patch that this champion was so beefy, and that's the reason why they had to nerf it.
But it looks like Imperium Pro Team, they are going to go with the Corki mid this time with the Kaisa bot. And Underrank PH, they will round out their team with the Jarvan pick. They do seem to love the Jarvan right now. So I'm not really surprised there. And Imperium Pro Team, they also love their own Janna and Malphite picks.
True as well. I think it has something to do with his first skill and also his third skill. Well, he's able to go for his Dragon Strike and also leaping into the area where he can knocking them out.
Yeah.
So that's able to suppress the abilities of the enemy team. So in that sense, I guess that the reason why they're more wanting to have a disable role on their side.
Yeah, and I do like Imperium Pro Team's draft more just because of the fact that we do see how strong they are with the Malphite, with the Janna as well. So I'm just worried about the Corki mid. I feel like Corki mid right now hasn't been looking too strong for the fact that he still needs the amount of farm. He doesn't really have the amount of lane pressure as maybe when he was in the bot lane.
True.
So he does not. They do lack the AP damage for Imperium Pro Team here.
True as well. Yes, not to mention also the nerf that has been given to Corki, which they adjusted the damage from magic to physical damage for his passive. So in this case, whatever damage that he will be doing will be all physical. So in this case, it will be a rough thing if they decided to put more armor for RTZ, yes. Okay.
I feel like that change doesn't really affect much of the game, as Corki will still be able to dish out a lot of damage, especially as we've seen so many times. But right now, I still favor IPT's draft right now, so because I'm not really so confident on the fact that they will go for the Alistar over the Braum. As we did see, they played Braum last game, so quite surprising that they go for the Alistar this time. Maybe they just want to try it out and they just want to test it, see how well it will do.
True as well. And as I've realized that when I look back into our commentaries on Philippine teams, to be specific, I realized that they are aggressive actually. But they're not just aggressive, they are specifically aggressive. There is a certain timing, there's a certain combo, there's just a certain situation where they decided that, hey guys, this is the time. This is the time. Pinpoint this champ, pinpoint this area, make sure that we are safe and secure in this area. So it means that I have to say, I mean, like, it's more like I'm not sure if I'm maybe like like cherry picking right now. But I do see that because that's what's happening to the Philippines teams right now.
Yeah, and of course they have RTZ under PH. They have to be worried about IPT's very strong macro play as they do. They are probably going to go for the same thing. I hope they do go for the same thing since it does work a lot. They will go for that early first turret in the top lane before the dragon spawns, right before the dragon spawns. So they have. I'm hoping that RTZ under they are aware that IPT loves to play like that.
I love that fact because it just made their play significantly impressive. That's the reason why. So I'm just saying that, you know what, they have been, I mean, even in the first match right now, it just looked like almost like semi-finals. It doesn't look like even that it's the first match of the day, right?
Yeah, that just shows how strong these teams are joining in right now. We are, as I said, so many new teams, so many newer names, so many games that have not been started, but the game that has been started is the Underranked PH versus IP Imperium Pro. Imperium Pro, they will be on the right side, and Underranked PH, they will be on the left side. Yes.
True as well. And so we have seen over here that all of them is heading to their respective lanes. It seems that IPT Pro is making a very much aggressive lane on the Dragon lane, of course, over here. And as well as Corki right now. But yeah, much of them is just playing safe right now. We can see over there. The momentum is pretty much stagnant at the moment.
Yeah, and it just shows again that these teams, bottom lane is the lane that we have to watch the most, as the fact that you already see Wukong just playing around the bot side. He will try to probably get engaged, waiting for Kaisa and Janna to go in. So we do also see the fact that Imperium Pro, they already having the lane priority with the fact that they do have the great harassment coming from Janna and Kaisa as well. So right now just applying more pressure, just pushing the lanes, not really overextending right here. And Wukong will almost get caught by the Jarvan, but won't get caught right there.
Not to mention that Fiora is currently getting more gold income since Malphite is just arriving on that lane. So I guess that they're trying to compete in. And now it's already underranked PH already leading on just a few hundred gold income by there. Yep.
Yeah, and the gold income right now doesn't really matter much as it's just a few hundred gold, as you said. Yeah, so it really matters when it comes to the thousands in these situations.
Yes.
But Underranked PH, they are still even in this game. They're probably just waiting again for the dragon fight. As Imperium Pro, they are also waiting for that. We're going to probably see a top dive. Yes, they love doing this. They love going for the top turret in before the dragon spawns, right? 30 seconds, and they will go for it again. And Fiora, it looks like under PH, they're not really prepared to deal with this. And we see Fiora going to go in onto the Malphite. And a nice ulti coming from Ziggs. Going to hit so many people here, but a greater ulti coming from Janna, locking everyone back, healing the Malphite out. But another great Cataclysm coming from the Jarvan, keeping the Malphite in. But in the back, we also never noticed that Fiora did die to the Kaisa right there, and Jarvan has to run away with the pole. Almost barely escapes, but Imperium Pro, they do end up winning. But look at that aggressiveness coming from Janna, getting the kill onto the Jarvan right there. Elsan just showing he is the Janna specialist.
What a fierce match coming from Imperium Pro. They have decided to secure the top lane's tower, and now they also managed to get 4 kills out of 5. Amazing feat from Imperium Pro.
Yeah, and of course they do that so they can apply more pressure to the dragon right here. But almost a solo kill from the Corki, but a snipe from Kaisa right there. What a player! He's sniping like a sniper, as I must say. But Imperial Pro now, they will try to start the dragon, but an engage coming from Alistar, just knocking them back away. But Imperial Pro getting that kill right there does not allow Underranked to contest this dragon for free.
What a misfortunate event for Ezreal right now. And what we can see right now, Imperium Pro is trying very hard, is trying their best right now to secure the dragon. And what happened is that they managed to successfully secure their objective right now, while Underranked PH doesn't seem like to get any of his from the area. Oh god.
They tried to steal it with the Ezreal ulti, with the Jarvan engage. But Imperium Pro, they played it safe. They just did not overextend. They did not want to force a fight. They got the dragon. They already got so many kills right now. They're already up 4,000 gold. So they don't have to be worried so much. They don't have to force a fight in situations, even though it was a 4v5.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So they're playing safe. They're just waiting for the referral to spawn, which will be spawning in 30 seconds. And Imperium Pro, they're just showing how strong their macro play is, and they want to defend their title from the season of it.
True. As well. And this is what I've just mentioned, Chef. I mean, like, this is what happened. The Philippines team, they are specifically precise. When the time comes for them to be aggressive, they are aggressive. And not to mention, they took out objectives, they go to the Dragon Pits, and now we can see that Alistar is currently trying to chase Janna right now. Is this Janna? Corki.
Corki.
Is Corki. I'm so sorry about that. I thought that's like, oh, look at mustache over there.
Yeah, and under PH, they are worried more about the mid lane from the looks of it. They want to create some space for the Rift Herald take. And Imperium Pro, again, they're not rushing it. They're not trying to just force the Rift Herald. And he does get caught, the Wukong. Gets out the way, gets the knockout. But Jarvan has to spend the Cataclysm here. But if it's another knockout, will have to use the GA. I think he will barely escape if the Alistar does not get the stun. Yes, he will barely escape. But he does lose a GA for that fight. He sees we get Malphite going in the back line. Alistar going back in the front, trying to get a 3-man knockout, trying to keep the team away from the Malphite over here. But it just seems that it's a very scrappy fight. No teams losing anyone.
Yes, it's all just poking and poking and poking from both sides. And not to mention that Fiora finally managed to push through the bottom turret right now. So it's more advantage right now on a grander scale for underranked PH right now. But who knows? They are leading for Imperium Pro. They're leading again 3,000k. 3,000k. How is so much? 3,000 gold for Imperium Pro right now.
Yeah, and as you were talking, we did see Ziggs getting picked up by the Corki. I was doubting the Corki mid a little bit since we have not seen the strength and how Corki mid should be played and how he looks when he's so strong. But in this situation, we do see the strength coming in where he has so much damage. Ziggs is not able to even go into these fights, and Ziggs, he needs the farm to get so much damage in this game. So right now, Imperium Pro, they are in the driver's seat, already one dragon up. They already have the Rift Herald as well. And they're looking like they want to not really force the fight. They want to push this bottom lane here. Jarvan trying to stop their push, taking so much damage from the Kai'Sa. There's no way. And the rest of the team is going to be behind. Wukong will try to engage onto the Alistar, just runs away. And Imperium Pro, they are instilling fear onto underranked PH right now.
Yes, that is very true. Because of even though that they are very aggressive for underranked PH, but it seems like currently right now somebody's being a sacrifice. Woohoo! Wukong is going in, and Son of Fiora gets the kill for themselves.
And Imperium Pro, they do get caught up in the jungle, being a little bit too aggressive there. But at the end of the day, they do get the turret in the bot lane as well. So now they're up 2 turrets compared to just the one from underranked PH. With the 4,000 gold lead, it's around the same as we saw it last time. But it all comes down to the next Dragon play here. As the Rift Herald has not spawned yet, underranked PH, they have to be worried of Imperium Pro team. Again, they like to go for this very methodical play. They're going to drop the Rift Herald before the Dragon spawns and go in for the Dragon. And underranked PH, they have to worry about 2 things instead of just 1.
Yes, that is true. So right now, both of the teams are taking safe approaches from each other, but they are currently waiting for the Cloud Dragon to spawn. So we're gonna see if what happens. Do Imperium Pro will finally secure the Cloud Dragon, or is it going to be underranked PH this time?
Yeah, and underranked PH, they are stopping the attempt to throw down the Rift Herald in the mid lane over here. So Imperium Pro, they're just waiting for another minion wave to crash in the mid lane, wanting to drop this the Rift Herald, as we just got Shelly? Yes. Shelly. So Imperium Pro team just waiting around, just seeing if underranked PH, they are going to be caught out of position. Look at the damage coming from Corki, doing so much onto the Alistar at this stage of the game.
Amazing.
But as we see, the Rift Herald will spawn in the mid, but a nice engage coming from Malphite right there into the back line. As we see Kai'Sa flying in, going to be able to kill the Ezreal and going to be able to kill the Alistar as well. And Jarvan has to run away, will spend the GA. As we see also Wukong just hitting the dragon alone right there. Jarvan has to run away, but no, will fall to the Corki. As Imperium Pro team, they take 3 in that fight.
What an impressive fight. Of course, Malphite has finally deemed its name the unstoppable force. But right now, we can see that Fiora finally knew that the strategy of Blitzkrieg does not help his team, so he decided to do a backdoor while being confronted by Wukong right now. So Fiora had to go away from the scene. But of course, he used already the flash. She doesn't have any escape mechanism except the first kill. So is this going to happen? No. What a misfortune for Fiora.
Yeah, again, Imperium Pro team, they're just punishing the Fiora again, just trying to split push. He does get the tower to a lot of down a lot of HP right there, but Imperium Pro team, they are up 2 dragons. They have the Mountain Drake, they have the Cloud Drake as well, and of course they have the 7k gold lead.
True as well. When you say punishment, I just imagined, you know, what is the mistake the underranked PH just made? And Imperium Pro just said, well, your mistake was trying to fight us.
And it looks like Imperium Pro team, they are trying to create some fights in the bot jungle, but you see the HP from Alistar taking so much damage, probably from the Corki and the Kai'Sa as well, and they are going to be starting the Baron here as under PH, they're not even near the Baron pit right now.
Yeah, that's right. So I think this will be an uncontested Baron right now. It will be a most seemingly possibility for the Imperium Pro to finally, but Ziggs landed up assisting Imperium Pro to get the hand of Baron buff. So what's happening right now? I have to say, Ziggs, he is one type of player. He knows what he's targeting, but at the end of the day, he's more helping the other team than his own.
Yeah, but we also do see the Corki killing the Asteroid and going in with the package, diving the tier 2 turret. They will be trying to kill the Alistar 1 hit away, but Alistar is so tanky, especially with the ultimate right there. So Imperium Pro team, they do not only get the Baron, they also get a kill onto their marksman.
Man, what happens right now? So and again, it's finally again they're just picking they're being patient, they're just doing the chilling. Malphite is just going in, Fiora is just trying to run away from Malphite, doing the riposte just as if like maybe it's going to make any impact, but no, it just misses away. I guess underranked PH is not really doing much right now, but yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Imperium Pro team, they are in the driver's seat. I love to say that word. It's a very nice simulator as they will try to kill the Alistar. Alistar's dying to the Janna right there, and a great ulti coming from Malphite, going in 2-3 people, tanking some tower damage as the Corki will come in from the back, trying to do much damage. But look at the Ziggs ulti, not enough as Janna just heals back the HP with the ulti. Man, Elson just being the great support for Imperium Pro as they are up 10,000 gold right here. We do see Corki just pushing the bot lane as the rest of the team. They will be pushing the mid lane as we do have an engage from the Jarvan, but the Jarvan will not be able to kill the Kai'Sa here as he will fall. You see Malphite going in for the Ziggs. Ziggs has to spend the stasis there. He will be stuck there as Corki will get the last hit onto the Ziggs, and Imperium Pro, they're already up in mid in hip turret and they want more. They want to get the bottom one right now as we see Israel trying to kill even just one people, but nice tornado coming from Janna right there, stopping the engage from the Alistar.
Another fierce contest from both teams, and what's happening right now? Boom again, another attack from Wukong. Wow. And I can see that Alistar is going in, blue team's turret has been destroyed, and we can see that Alistar is just an inch away from death right now. So we can see that, another kill from Jarvan, killing Corki right now, while Wukong trying to juke away with his team. What an amazing match.
Yeah, and Imperium Pro team, they do lose the Corki as you said, and it was a shutdown kill for the Jarvan, but in this situation, it's already 11,000 gold down. So, and they also lost two in-hit turrets in this situation, so they have to deal with the super minions, and they're also so afraid of Imperium Pro trying to get this dragon right here, as they are trying to start the dragon knowing, probably understanding the fact that Imperium Pro team, they did have to reset after that fight, but Imperium Pro team, they are not going to stop here. They will try to get the Alistar away, they will try to get the knockouts onto the rest of the team, but in the back we have a Cataclysm coming from the Jarvan onto the Kai'Sa right there. Kai'Sa will run away with the ultimate, will get the GA off the Wukong, and right now no one's actually dying except for the Alistar and a great ulti coming from Malphite, killing the Ezreal as again they do lose a dragon in this fight, Imperium Pro, but underrank, they have to run away, they're losing every fight and they will die to the Corki, and the rest of the team in the bottom lane will be trying to run away as well, and they're all super low, have to spend the flash, double kill for Corki as Wukong will try to chase the Fiora. Will they get him? Will they get her? As Malphite will spend the first kill trying to stop her from running away. She does spend the ulti, but we see in the back the Nexus. Kai'Sa will be trying to end the game here as he will. Imperium Pro team will go on to the next round.
What a fantastic match coming from Imperium Pro. Once again, I had to say, the expectations coming from Imperial did not fail us.
Yeah, they are yesterday's champion for What Race Summoners Odyssey. They want to show they are still the champion. They want to be able to keep their title for today. And they showed a great showing, especially with their macro plays, getting the dragons, getting the Rip Heralds, getting the Barons as well. So, man, I'm just loving how they play right now.
It is an amusing fact, by the way, that they keep on targeting the tank. Usually you will be targeting the ones who's firing from the back lanes. But they were like, oh, you know what? We're having Wagyu beef today, so why not?
As they do, they just have so much damage, right? Even the tank can't even tank that much damage, even especially from behind. But of course, we're not behind with the stats from the last game.
Yes. So let's see who's the MVP. It will be our uncontested champion, which is Corki.
Yeah, he probably dealt so much damage. He was down gold compared to the Kai'Sa, but it's probably because of the fact that Kai'Sa does have maybe 0 deaths contributed to that more gold income.
True.
But also maybe because she got the last hit on the tower at the end.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure both of these champions right now probably dealt the most damage in this game.
Yes.
But I gotta give it to again Elsan, man. Elsan just was such a great support. It just showed how strong Janna can be, especially being such a defensive champion. Does have the locket of Iron Solari right there.
Yes.
And man.
We did not give much credits to Janna, but we have seen that Janna actually helps a lot his teammates. He supports. He made sure that every team fights, he spammed his ulti and just made sure that everybody lose control of their rhythm at the moment. And when we can see, oh, 31,000.
I was not expecting that. I thought it would be a little closer for the Kai'Sa and the Corki, but that is a lot of damage coming from the Corki.
That's double the damage, bruh.
Yeah, it's not surprising as well in a sense because Corki is known to deal so much damage.
True.
Even with the slight balance change coming today, as I said, it doesn't really affect his damage output.
Yes.
You can see again, man. 31k. Well, on the other team, we do have Ziggs. Ziggs is also not a stranger to dealing a lot of damage in these fights. So
yes.
He does deal 23,000 damage, but a lot of that is just mainly him throwing his ulti, getting the big 5-man ulti, but not really getting a kill.
True. I was expecting that Ziggs will be one of those champions that will be having more damage output in this game because of the way that he just managed to damage his enemy teams. He damaged the dragons, even though he doesn't get to secure the dragon and baron. But then again, he has almost like an 80% battle participation in this match.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the damage, if you can't get the kill, it doesn't really amount to much, as of course, we will get into the replays of the last match. We want to see how well Imperial Pro Team, they played around this game.
Yes, let's take a look at what happened right now. That was an amazing contest from Fiora, but then again, Janna again makes her ult and finally made her team to secure the objective, while also enabling them to get the kills over here.
Yeah, and again, Janna being so strong, like getting the ultimate, pushing everyone away, getting the kills onto the Malphite. Malphite did die at the end of this fight, but again, it's the nice flash into the kill for the Jarvan. We rarely see such an aggressive play coming from the support, so I love to see that. And it's one of the kills. You do get to see Corki doing so much damage, almost solo killing the Ezreal, but in the back we have the assist for the Kai'Sa getting the snipe.
That was so annoying. Ezreal was like, how did I die? How did I die?
And we do see an aggressive engage coming from Malphite. They do get re-engaged from the Jarvan, but a nice ulti again coming from Elsan on the Janna. Getting the kills, knocking the Jarvan away from the Cataclysm as well, and does fall right after to the Corki.
Yes, even though Ziggs was actually making a spot on ulti on that area, but they were unperturbed. Everyone was impervious to the damage because of Janna's ult. Amazing.
Yeah, and of course they do chase the Fiora right here. The Fiora was a little too deep, took too much damage from the Monkey King himself, Wukong. And right now they are just trying to force the bottom lane. We still see Alistar getting the knockout, just stopping them, but he's taking so much damage from the Corki, and he will get ulted by the Malphite right there, as Malphite also tries to go in the back line, just trying to tank a little bit more damage. As we see another great kill coming from Imperial Pro. But look again, the Janna getting the kills as well. So Imperial Pro team, they're just so strong, especially with the heals, especially with the great engages right there. I'm pretty sure Malphite does fall here, and under MPH, they do get some consolation in this fight, as Imperial Pro, they're just forcing the turret. They want to get the turret down, but they do lose the Corki. I'm not wrong. Yeah, Corki just going in, wanting to get the kill.
Yes.
And again, we do have
Okay, so yes, that's what's happening right now. So I have to say it was and Wukong currently right now going in with his ult, sacrificing his GA in the meantime. Well, actually nobody contesting for the dragon right now, enabling underranked PH to secure the dragon for themselves this time. But what happens is that now Malphite is currently fighting with Ziggs, while Ziggs using satchel charge in order to escape. But then again, no matter what, he doesn't manage to escape. What a misfortunate event for him.
Yeah, we also do see the Kaisa just walking into the naked base. No one is there to defend it. Just pushing the Nexus, not even caring about whether this Fiora died or not. It didn't really matter, as they were already just pushing the Nexus. They were just getting the end game right here. And Imperium Pro, they played it super solid.
Yes.
Again with the great macro plays, and wow.
She already knew her fate from this moment. She already knew it. She was just trying to buy some time to make sure that she's alive at the end of the day.
Yeah. Again, congratulations to Imperium Pro team. They will make it to the top 8, as that was the top 16. So we'll see them again in the top 8. They do take out RTZ underranked PH. So RTZ underranked PH, they do have more chances to try again, of course.
Yes. I guess that Imperium Pro team truly proven themselves this time again and again. So I'm fascinated. Will it be a different champion this time?
Yeah, I hope so. I want to see someone beat Imperium Pro team. But of course, we will be going into a quick break, as we will be getting into the next match, which is the top 8. So we'll just see you shortly. Don't go away, and we'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
Welcome to Wild Rift. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on 35 options. 5 advice for whoever wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skill, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends, because everyone has a different idea. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning, because people will evolve. Want to know more? Join us at
Hey, I'm Noisy Boy, also known as Jay. Tonight in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, roll game. Actually, sebenarnya saya minat dalam bidang e-sports sejak zaman CSGO. Korang mesti pernah dengar zaman CSGO kan? Yes, time tu kita orang main dengan kawan-kawan. So, much later, Mobile Legends pula yang keluar. Mobile Legends was way more fun. It's a short game, interesting, it's best played with friends, and it's a mobile game. Siapa tak nak main? Main je lah. Yes, so kita orang main Mobile Legends, we played in tournaments. Yes, we win some, we lose some, but that's the nature of the game. Who just wants to win? You need to lose to learn some. So after that, I thought to myself, how can I enhance my career in esports industry? So that's where I found an opening as a producer in eGG Network. Yes, eGG Network is a gaming channel in Astro, and that's where I started working to grow my career. And I was way more happier after joining eGG Network because I was the producer for this MPL MYSG first season. We initiated the season with Munton, and I was very happy to work on a game that I love playing myself. So, as you can see, when you love gaming, there's an opportunity for you to grow. There's a place for you to build yourself up, not just in a gaming career, but as a sideline as well. So, that's where I stopped eGG and I started working in IRL. Currently, I'm in IRL. IRL is a gaming company that brings out more out of me. Yes, we do organize more tournaments. I am the TriCaster producer here. I'm the head of the TriCaster producer, as a matter of fact. And I can't wait to see you join our tournaments, not just in Mobile Legends, but in other games as well. We'll be coming out with more games for you to play, more exciting tournaments with exciting prize pools. Drop by to say hello if you all are joining us, you know. Can't wait.
Welcome to Wild Rift. First blood. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on birthday study options. 5 advice for whoever who wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skill, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends. Because everyone has a different idea. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning, because people will be involved. Want to know more? Join us at
Getting nothing, Joker.
You want to do? Okay lah.
We're back. We're back. Welcome back to the Warriors Summer Odyssey. My name is NeonFaith, and on my right is
Ghost.
right. And this tournament is organized by IRL Asia, partnered with Homie.
And our sponsors are Inch Theory and also co-sponsored by Fengsha Sunway and PayX.
Yes, yes, yes. What a fantastic match that was.
Yes,
we
what-
saw IPT win.
It wasn't an impressive match, I had to say. I mean, as we have mentioned just now, the Imperium was using a very specific strategy in trying to overcome underrank PH.
Yeah, I mean, it was so nice. And also Ziggs, I mean, even though underrank they did lose, I saw Ziggs did so much damage. So
Yes.
even every time that I see Ziggs lose, he still deals like maybe the top 2 or 3 damage chart. So I can see why teams are leaning to the Ziggs a bit more.
True as well. And not to mention that, of course, we have the star of the day, which is Porky, getting almost 32 damage for his team. It's unsurprising that he also gets 9 kills. If it's not because of Jarvan targeting him, he would almost have no kills at all for this day, for that match. Yes, of course.
Looks like Java was just targeting the Corki, but it didn't matter at the same time because they did have such an impressive match for IPT.
Yes,
so
yes.
they do go forward in the top 8. So I'm interested to see later when the brackets do come out. I want to see what teams have made it so far because there's been so many strong teams in the bracket. So I'm curious to see who has been knocked out and who still stayed in the bracket because we had teams like Nox Bullies that went all the way to the grand finals. We had still IPT. We saw earlier we had Geek Fam also in the bracket. So wonder if they make it all the way. So Execration at the same time. I didn't know if they got kicked out yet. So we will see when the bracket does come out in a few minutes.
I'm actually looking forward to see if Execration will be going to the top 8.
Yeah, I mean, they're such a strong team, and sometimes we do see when they lose, they're not really on stream, so I don't know how they lose. Because every time they're on stream, they play fantastically well.
True as well, and that's the reason why they get to the finals that moment. I mean, I have to say, even though we're commenting on one team, but then again we have all these other fantastic teams. We have no idea how did they fight. Of course, we may have a recollection on how Nox Bullies fight. We have a recollection on how Hulowski, but now Hulowski is not here. But then again, we have like Imperium Pro team right now. So yeah. I mean like. We gotta see them they fight right now, but we only get to see them fight in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still very impressed with IPT. I would thought that maybe teams will adapt a little bit more to how they play, but they show that they have that re-adaptation to play different styles of what they play, because they still have that Jana, Elsan, everyone that you won't hear Ghost for the grand finals because I know he did leave a little early. So You can see that Elsan in the chat, they had so many supporters for Elsan. They were like, the whole set, they were like saying, oh, Elsan, Elsan, Elsan. So it does prove that Elsan's Janna is a whole different level.
True as well. And not to mention, if you were to remember the fight just now, he made the ult he just made everyone invulnerable. Basically, Zeke was actually just spot on doing ulti over there. Mega bomb over there, but then again, nobody was actually got peeled. Nobody got poked. So it's like, man, Janna's ult was just fantastic, and not to mention that he didn't even use any redemption.
Yeah.
Maybe he did, but not for that particular scene.
Now you can see that I saw too, like when the death bomb landed, I was like, whoa, there's gonna be a lot of damage. But Janna's ulti just negated everything. Actually, probably topped up more HP than Zeke's bomb actually took away. So that is the strength of the Janna. So
yes.
I'm surprised teams don't play Janna that often.
Yes. That's the reason why I think it's basically on the players themselves. Their skills much matter than the lineups itself right now. So we can see that, as you have mentioned, probably Elsan actually has proven his achievements in the past, so we did not know, but now we know that his performance is impeccable.
It's just very weird because normally you won't talk so much about the Janna player or like a Enchantress, but it's just the way he plays it so well. So we just really have to compliment him. And talking about complimenting, let's compliment the teams that are in the top 8 of the bracket. We will see who is remaining in the tournament. Of course, you can see we have Imperial Pro Team that we just saw winning. They're going to go up against Dream Esports.
Esports.
Yeah, we have Sem9 and Nox Bullies. Nox Bullies all the way to the grand finals too.
Didn't Sem9 and Nox Bullies fight before this?
I think they did fight, right? I think they did fight,
they did fight
at the
before.
semi-finals, right?
Yes. That's correct. So I was, okay, now we see Sem9 and Nox Bullies fighting again with each other. But Sem9 was actually losing with Nox Bullies. So we don't know, will they actually have another revenge victory on Nox Bullies?
I'm interested to see because sometimes when you lose, you have that fire in you that you want to win.
Yes,
I want to see if Sem9, they're going to get their revenge, or will Nox Bullies bully their way to another win.
True as well. And not to mention, we have also Aladdin Esports and TBD and Team Rida with Alt F4.
Yeah, I mean, that will be our match that we're streaming, and I'm told correctly, Team Rida and Alt F4. We will be having the stream. We will be streaming their match for this session. So I want to see how often we did watch Alt F4 play before on stream. So I want to see their growth because I don't think we saw them this far in the bracket. I might be wrong, but if they have gone further, I'm sorry, I don't remember. But I want to see their growth. I want to see how Alt F4, I mean, it's a very funny name, Alt F4.
But now we don't have much attention, even though they have already climbed their way to this. What is this, top 4? Is it top 8?
Yeah.
Yes. But now our most focus is on Imperium Pro and Nox Bullies and also Sem9. So, but who knows, maybe Alt F4 or Team Rida will finally take the spotlight?
Yeah, so we won't have a repeat of the grand finals in the grand finals because if Nox and IPT win, they will meet in the semi-finals. So there won't be a grand finals rematch for them. But maybe, like we said, we have Alt F4 or Team Rida climbing up in the ranks to meet either of those teams in the grand final. Or maybe Sem9 will win all games. You win against Nox Bullies and then they'll win against IPT. So you don't know.
I'm quite curious on that. I'm like, will Sem9 finally retrieve this time? Will finally get the victory this time? I'm excited, but who knows? What's the next fight right now? So who are we commenting right now? Do you have any particular idea on who's the next match will be?
I mean, we have Team Rida and Alt F4 next. So, of course, we're going to see how those teams play. I know some teams, they think that going on stream, maybe it's a little burden because you do show a little bit of strategy. But at the same time, a lot of teams, they want to showcase their strengths. They want to show to the world that how strong they are. So you can't really show how strong you are if you're not on stream. So that's why a lot of teams are asking, hey, can we be on stream? Of course, we can't put everyone on stream. You only can fit one. So this time, Team Rida and Alt F4, they will have the opportunity to show their strengths in the match.
So guys, anyone who's in the match, as we are commenting on Team Rida and Alt F4, let us know what is your prediction. Will it be Alt F4 or will it be Team Rida getting to the next benchmark?
Yeah, either teams, they will go into the top 4. So getting top 4, you're guaranteed at least a little bit of money. So there is an incentive to get top 4. So some people might say, oh, you know, they're just gonna like when teams reach top 4, you might not play so seriously. They might test balance. No, but there's a bigger prize pool every time you win. So when you win your semi-final match, you get even more money. When you reach the grand finals, you're guaranteed second place. You get more money than a third or fourth place ending.
So no worries to those of you who finally achieved to top 4. It is actually an achievement of itself, and you all can be proud. But then again, we are currently right now in top 8, so let us fight with one another and see who's going to go to the next one.
I agree. I wanna maybe you can see someone else get that champions, because it's really rare that we see a team hold the championship spot for very long. We saw that early on in the tournament we had Western G. They did win 3 times, but right now they're actually not really feeling the groove right now. Western G, they did lose that grand final match, and slowly, I mean, they're really joining that much now. It's been very long since we've seen a very dominant team take over the tournament.
I guess Western G seems like being a very significantly impressive team right now. So while we are taking a look at the pick bands. So I want you to do the honor to check our pick bands today.
All right. So in Spider-Man we trust, and it's empty.
It's empty?
So
oh my god.
we have to go for a second friend here. We have Groot.
Oh, Groot! Ta-da!
All right, we have Groot. So Groot, the bands for Team Brida, they have Yasuo and Corki.
Wow.
And out F4, they will go for the Akali and Alistair band.
That is an unorthodox ban from Team Rida, banning Yasuo, which is we seldomly see on the lineups for the matches. Why is it so?
I mean, maybe you think that out F4 they do play the Yasuo. I remember the name Tokyo. I think Tokyo did play Yasuo. I might be wrong, but I do remember that name and Yasuo fitting together. Something like that. And Orianna is up, so I'm surprised Orianna is not being picked. I know she was nerfed, but she is still a very, very strong pick when you combo character. And of course, we do see Lee Sin.
Lee Sin!
Finally!
Yes! Finally, we get to see Lee Sin right now. I have not yet seen Lee Sin fighting. I may have missed any matches on it, but this is the first time I've seen Lee Sin right now in the top 8. Not to mention, it's the top 8 and they're choosing Lee Sin.
And also, we see maybe a Yasuo pick, I mean a Master Yi pick, I don't think so. They will probably go with the Twisted Fate, and actually they could go someone like Camille with the TF combo, or you really see Rakan, Wukong, Kaisa and Orianna, so that just shows it's a very strong team fight composition. And yeah, I'm probably right, they're going to go for the Twisted Fate Camille combo, which,
Somebody just picked Mundo.
Okay. I haven't seen Mundo in a while,
yes, this is an abnormal lineup. This is an abnormal lineup.
so my producer says I look like Mundo. Do you guys agree? Somebody yesterday said I look like the kid from Up. Russell, you look like Russell. So we have Mundo here, you know, with the tongue out. I need a blue tongue. So one day I'll get a blue tongue. But of course, we see the Mundo. I was expecting the Camille, but I'm not saying Mundo is a bad pick. But it just, I really don't know what to say.
Not to mention, he just got nerfed this patch. So I'm not sure how is it going to fare for Team Rida. But then again, we can see that there's an elaborate picks from Alt F4. They're picking the usual champions, as we have mentioned. But now, what fascinates us is this Team Rida.
Yeah, I mean, the Mundo was really an oddball that threw me off. And of course, for Alt F4, they have a very, very strong team fight oriented comp. We see Malphite actually in the meta so much right now.
Yes.
Because of his unstoppable force, his ultimate, just have so much combo potential.
Yes.
So yeah, that really makes me surprised. And Samantha Koo, thank you for the 10 stars.
Thank you very much.
Woohoo!
Ooh, 10 stars, wow.
Yep, and of course, you will see that Orianna Malphite combo has been so strong throughout the tournament, but we still, again, I have to stress, we see a Lee Sin. I really love watching Lee Sin on the big screen because you can have that very nice outplay.
True as well. I mean, the way that he just escapes, he has a lot of escape mechanism in his kit, and not to mention his ulti is really diverse. Well, he just be able to help his teams in numerous ways.
I agree. Like when he does all these plays, it's really baffling to see like other teams try to play around it, it's not easy to just walk away from a Lee Sin. That's the thing. So of course we are going to go into the game. We will see on the left, we will have the team called Team Rida, and on the right we will have Alt F4 on the red team.
Red team. All right. So Team Rida and Alt F4.
Team Rida is from Malaysia, and Alt F4 is from the Philippines. So I won't see any early aggression from both sides, because usually you might see the Lee Sin go for a little aggressive invade, and they actually do go into the blue buff of Alt F4. They will try to take it away.
All right. And we can see that, wow, nobody is trying to contest for the blue sentinel on Team Rida's side. So yeah, we can see that they might be happy. Wukong is going to be shocked for this. It's going to be, where's my blue sentinel?
Yeah, I mean, I think they did place I think Kai'Sa did walk and place a ward, so they do know this is going on. So Lee Sin, they're probably going to do like what I call vertical jungling, where Wukong will take his red buff and the enemy's blue buff, while Lee Sin does enemy's blue and his own red. So jungle is still about the same, because they're going to do it vertically instead of horizontally.
True.
So it's not going to be that much different. But we see on the top side, I don't really see this matchup very often where we have Mundo and Malphite in the same lane. It is very important for the Mundo to land his first skills, because you don't want Malphite to get his shield. And when he has that shield up, his trading is of course going to be much better. But actually we might see a triple buff start for Lee Sin. He's going to take all 3 buffs.
Yes, that is true. That is the reason why when I see this, I have already seen that probably Lee Sin going to be able to take all 3 buffs for himself. So he's going to be having a more prominent advantage for his team. But also, as you have mentioned, for the top lane, I see that it's more like, you know, even though Malphite is very, we can see very defensive, and his defenses are pretty strong, but Mundo has the upside where he is able to regenerate his health in a very dramatic rate. So I'm not sure how the trade up will be.
I agree. I think when we get level 5 Twisted Fate, we'll see more players coming out of both teams. Because on the side of I4, they don't really want the Twisted Fate to have ruling over the roaming. And it's going to be hard for him to, for Orion to keep up with the Twisted Fate, just because he has that mobility, and he also has that ghost, which was recently buffed this patch. So he's going to be a much more valuable pick to roam as well. You see already early on, the Malphite is bullying the Mundo away from lane.
Yes. Not to mention that the buff that Ghost receives, for every takedowns that you get, it just refresh. That buff just the summer spell just keep refreshing. So yeah, I would say that buff would be really useful for anyone who's able to use that buff. But then again, we see that Mundo is actually being pushed away by Malphite. So we can see that Lee Sin is currently trying to go in, trying to help. Oh, there's actually 3 champions right now on the top, while using Unstoppable Force to flee away from the scene. And right now what we see, Lee Sin is using the Dragon Kick to finish Malphite, but not being able to do so. What a dramatic event happening right now. But that was amazing. That was an amazing feat.
Yeah, that was a really amazing fight. And Malphite, surprisingly, I didn't see, but he took barrier. So that barrier actually allowed him to live through that Lee Sin fight. And we did say when TF hit level 5, he's looking for those plays. And Malphite pushed so deep into the wave.
Yes.
I'm surprised that he didn't die, because Lee Sin, he was trying to be very safe in terms of everything. So when he didn't get that nice timing on his Dragon Kick, he got hit by the Malphite ulti. I was surprised, because it was actually, I looked like he was planning everything to go towards his own way, but he just didn't time and position himself correctly, so he doesn't get the kill on Malphite.
Alright, so now we can see that the plot seems to be ascending a bit, because we already almost 15 seconds before the spawn of the dragon, and when we can see that Rakan is going into making the grand entrance for Kai'Sa. But then again, we'll see there's 5 seconds left for the dragon spawn. What's going to be? It's a mountain drake, and it seems Alt F4 is trying to take the lead this time.
Yeah, you can see Team Rida, they reset pretty late. So the side of Alt F4, they were able to get the scuttle early, so they have that free vision and extra movement speed if needed during the fight, and that's actually very important for the Wukong. They are trying to de-ward, but there are no wards for the side of R4. They have that scuttle, so that is enough for them to view the situation. And Malphite, of course, we say the team fight potential, Malphite, Arena and Wukong will be much stronger than Team Rida. Team Rida is favoring more of a split skirmish rather than a full-on team fight.
True as well, and we can see that, wow, I would say that personally speaking, you know, like Malaysian teams has always been like passive and reactive in its own right. So they're like waiting for the other team. And what happens is that, Wukong making his entrance. Also Malphite doing unstoppable force. What happens? Rakan gets the first blood. Red team also slaying the enemy. Kai'Sa gets another kill on Braum and also kills a double kill on Lee Sin. Wow, what a dramatic match, and just making it almost a total annihilation, just leaving Kai'Sa behind.
Yeah, already 3 kills for out at 4. They go in like Wukong. Like you said, the Malaysian teams, they're trying to be passive, trying to react. But when we are not given a chance to react, because Wukong just goes in and Malphite is there with the Orianna ball. The combo is just too strong for Team Rita to deal with. They waited too long and gave Wukong the chance to invis up, walk up to them and knock up with the Cyclone into the Malphite ulti, into the Shockwave, and everything was just history after that.
I agree. There was 3 consecutive approaches. Rakan with the grand entrance, Malphite with the unstoppable force, and Wukong with his ult. It's just doing his Cyclone, and everyone was like, everybody's getting a knockout. And right now, what happens right now? What happens? Okay, we get another kill, possibly another kill out for blue team, and finally killing Orianna by TF.
Yeah, they go up for the Orianna. They do get her. And Xayah will live with just a little bit of HP. She will have the Hardy Fruit to pick up and get a little bit of gold and HP back. And so they will start the Rara because there is no Orianna, and Lee Sin actually almost dies at the back of the fight, and they will try to go in with Rakan, but they will back off here. Braum with the shield up. They will continue doing the Rift Arrow, and this is a little risky for our F4. Orianna is still really far away. Malphite, he's not in the fight, so there is no ultimate. They are going to fight for the Risk Counter. Wukong does go down, but the Risk Counter will also go to Team Rita. They're looking for the fight. Kai'Sa will try to out him when he gets stuck with the Braum passive. He will flash away, but they're chasing him under the tower. Rakan will try with the knock up the Grand Chest. Orianna is back. The Shockwave doesn't hit, but they'll trade the kills. Orianna and the Lee Sin and Rakan will trade their lives, and of course that is more towards Rita's win.
I'm just astonished to see that Braum was just gallivanting around confidently. I mean, like, he was just like, I got an impenetrable defense right now. Who's gonna stop me right now? And not to mention, Mundo also assists in the way. So yeah, I think this will be another comeback from Team Rita right now. Possibly we might be misinterpreted.
Yeah, I mean, maybe so. And the thing is, I was surprised that they actually won that fight quite convincingly, because Orianna actually tried to stop the Lee Sin from going in, but Lee Sin dodged the Shockwave by going in on his second proc of Q. So he flew and dodged the Shockwave and got a trade at least on the Rakan, which maybe in hindsight wasn't as worth as trading a jungler for a support. But of course, it still snowballs the lead, and he was able to put down the Rift Herald as he was jumping in. So they do get the first turret blood as well.
Yes. The first turret blood. I don't know if turret bleeds, Neon.
They do now.
But it would be weird, you know, for something like a tower to be bleeding, you know. I mean, it will be giving a wrong impression to some people. But then again, yes, it's just something fictional over here. But then again, what happens? Wow.
They were looking for a fight because I'm not sure why Team Rita is doing this. I would assume that they will play a little bit more passive for both sides. So when they're just looking for the team fight, I'm a little surprised because you don't really want to walk into a Malphite or Orianna or something else. But they're trying to look for the pickups. Mundo, of course, will be at the top lane. The longer this game goes, the harder it is for Malphite to keep up with the Mundo, because Mundo is just going to be so strong in the side lane. He's going to have all that HP, and Malphite, I'm pretty sure he has... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting hiccups here. Oh,
okay.
I hope he gets the Thorn Mail, because that's going to be very important against the Mundo.
Okay, I think, I just realized something. I think Team Rita is doing something that is out of the normals right here. I think what they are doing right now is a zoning mechanism. They're basically like, they have Braum, they have Mundo, and basically they have Xayah and TF. So it's basically they're not trying to pull, or they're trying to be using a blitzkrieg approach, but rather what they're doing is like they're just poking from a very face distance. So I think that's what's happening right now.
I think so too. I mean, it's really different how the style of playing. I was thinking that they would go for more a split, but then already the Cloud Dragon will spawn, so all F4 will be positioned around it, and You see actually the team is great split up, so Wukong will just go with the Cyclone, but the Unstoppable Force, he will miss. Wukong will immediately die in the backline, and the Redemption will try to hit Malphite in the backline. He will actually go down, but Kai'Sa will jump in the backline. Lee Sin will be traded for the Malphite, and 4 people are still alive for Team Rita, so overall it's a big win. They don't have any more ultimates for F4, so I don't think they can fight this.
I've guessed correctly, yes, they were actually doing the zoning mechanism. Yes, look at them, trading 1 champion for 2.
Oh, I mean, it was a risky thought by splitting up, but actually when Malphite missed the ultimate, it was just green light for Team Rita to go, but actually they're a little afraid to start the dragon because death timers are still really short. You can see already Wukong and Malphite are back onto the map. So maybe they're just playing a little safe, maybe they'll reset, get some items.
Yes. And now actually Zaya securing Brambleback's buff right now. So we will see what's happening right now at the moment while Baron is also alive. The Cloud Dragon is also alive at this moment. So what will happen right now?
I'm pretty sure Team Rita they will get the dragon because they're pretty strong at this point. And can we get an item check, dear observer? Can we see if Mundo has his Tall Mill up?
Okay.
I mean, sorry. Okay, there is a Bramble West for the Malphite. So he is a little ready with the Grievous Wounds, but it's no Thornmill yet. So he has to get that Thornmill to deal with the Mundo because right now, if Mundo doesn't hit the Malphite, he won't have the reduction. But of course, Kai'Sa has to buy the early Executioner's Blade. At the same time, they are going to start the Dragon on the side of all F4.
True as well, but however it is, Malphite's armor is mostly armor. He needs its extra magic resistance, and what is happening right now? Well, they're trying to secure the dragon, and all of them is just going in, walk on with the ult, and also the Redemption currently going in with a knockout from Unstoppable Forces Malphite. Woohoo! Another kill from Kai'Sa, not Kai'Sa, what's that, Zaya? Woohoo! Wow, another Lee Sin is going in for the kill, but no, he did not get it, and again, we can see that there's 1 death for Lee Sin, and again with another death for the LF4. A4 Noticer.
Yeah, Wukong does go down, and actually what really saved the fight for them was that Zaya ultimate and the feathers hitting everyone, getting that big damage, so they had no choice on all F4 to back out. I'm surprised that no one else died. They actually had most of their engage onto the Mundo, which is not actually a very good idea.
Yes.
Because that is Mundo's whole idea of being picked. He wants to be that big sponge that absorbs that damage, and when they just hit on him, he's like, alright, this is going just as planned. And they do fall into that trap of just trying to get their Mundo down.
But it's not just a sponge, it's actually a poisonous sponge.
I agree, with his fire around him.
Yes, and what happens right now? Oh, wow, LF4 is trying to secure the Cloud Dragon at this moment. It seems to be uncontested right now by Team Rita. But then again, what happens right now, they're actually not trying to be poking too much on the Dragon, worrying that actually Team Rita will actually take the Dragon for themselves. Because Lee Sin has this ability to steal. That's what they're trying not to do. Okay.
Yeah, the 3F ulti does come out, and of course you can see the backline, you can see Mundo does go in. They do take the counter with the big combo, with the Ensemble Force into the Shockwave. They will take 2 away from the side of Team Rita. They're going for the Wukong, they're going for the Lee Sin, they're going for the TF. Everyone dies, and that's 4 kills, and probably the Baron for all F4.
What a nice comeback from Al F4, no pun intended this time. But then again, yes, what an amazing feat for Alt F4. Trying to secure the Baron this time, wow, and of course it will be uncontested because the death timer is still available for all 4 champions from Team Rita. So what happens right now is that Mundo is just playing a safe distance and trying to defend his lane.
Yeah, and already because of that one team fight, I told you, when you are messing with a Malphite and Orianna, you gotta be careful. You can't just stay and be relaxed around them. You always have to be on the alert, because if you get hit by the Malphite ultimate into the shockwave, you will die. We saw Zaya immediately disappeared. She like, you know, like when you drink coffee and that little brown beans at the bottom?
Yeah.
And you just throw it away. That's how F4 dealt with Zaya. Just threw that black beans away at the bottom.
Just shoot the black beans away. It sounds so wrong. Just shooting black beans again. But anyway, yes, that's what happens. It's just dispersed into thin air for Zaya. There's what an unfortunate event. But I think even though Alt F4 is leading gold income by about 2,000 right now, I guess that there will be another chance again for Team Rita right now, given that they are actually giving surprises from time to time this time.
I agree. And look, they're just so aggressive at this point because they know, even though maybe the goalie is not that huge that we would think, when the team has Baron about maybe 2,000 at this point, or maybe 3,000, they have that strength still with the team fight. Even though Malphite is not here, they have Rakan, they have the Shockwave, they have Wukong. So not only Malphite can engage, Wukong can engage, Rakan can engage. So it's very dangerous for Team Rida. And for Team Rida's composition to work, they really needed that early lead.
Oh, and Lee Sin just go in, jumping in, getting poked, and again being healed again over there, but giving a shield by other champions. Where Zaya, they got to get get objective right now. I mean, they wanted to save the tower, but there's no reason. Oh, and another just unstoppable force going in inside. Wukong just going in inside, and after that with another Braum trying to take the lead. But then again, of course. But there's no death right now. What an amazing fight! But Blue Teams is currently destroyed at the moment. So what an amazing feat. But then again, yes, another claimed of victory for the kills by Orianna.
Yeah, Orianna does get the Braum. So a 7,000 goal lead now for RF4. It went from a 2,000 to 3,000 goal lead all the way to a 7,000 goal lead now. So we can see that even with not only one kill they take for the side of RF4, they get that kill onto Braum, they get 2 turrets for it. So that goal will slowly exponentially grow, because after you get outer turrets, you start getting control of their jungle. So at one point, Team Rida will be so afraid to go out of their own base, and they can't even get their own jungle camps. And of course, farm will be denied away from them if they try to move away, because Barrier will be coming up in about a minute or so, and also Dragon also will be coming up in about, I think, a minute too. Yeah, about a minute.
Yes. But of course, I see that the strategy seems like Mundo is currently trying to farm to get his items. So I guess because Mundo is kind of like a late game fighter, so whenever that he gets all of his items, he be basically unstoppable. So much because I can see that when he was trading blows with Malphite, he actually give more damage to Malphite rather than Malphite himself. Not to mention he can sustain his own health. So that's gonna be it's gonna be tough for F4 if they just keep on going, prolonging the fight.
Yeah, at a certain point in the match, if they don't finish the game off maybe in about 5 or 6 minutes, when the game starts evening out, the lead will go to Team Rida, because they have that Zaya, they have that TF that can scale to late game. And of course, Mundo also, as you said, can scale very well into the late game. And we can see that Malphite, Wukong, and Rakan, they don't really go that well in the late game. They do still have that crowd control, but at the same time, it does fall off later in the game where teams are more survival. But at the same time, we have a fight. They will go in onto the backline. Malphite will ulti 2, and Shockwave will hit onto 3. Braum is the main target. He will go down. Rakan is still alive. He's trying to dash around, and Mundo will actually die. They won't get the kill. Wukong in the backline. He will cyclone out. TF, he will go in the Zonias, and of course, Lee Sin, he will try his best, but he will also go down. TF will pop the ultimate at the last second, but it just shows them the way to victory for OF4. They will push down the mid lane, and they will end the game, because there is no one alive on Team Rida.
Team Rida just got aced. My man just got aced. And now we can see that Alt F4 is finally claiming their victory this time. Woo!
Now with the corgi butts in the air, they claim the match for Alt F4 and Team Rida. Sadly, they will go off. They will drop out of the tournament at the top 8. And Alt F4 will be your first team in the top 4.
What an amazing feat from the Philippines team, Alt F4. Even though we have been given surprises by Team Rida, but then again, yes, because of the very offensive lineups that's coming in from Alt F4, I guess they finally get again the victory for this time.
I agree. They had such an aggressive composition, and it looked like it was slipping away from them, where we saw Team Rida, they split up a little bit so that the Malphite ulti wouldn't land as well. And now you will see the stats. I want to see, probably I would say, we will see that the damage chart.
Orianna?
Yeah, probably Orianna. And yeah, she does get the MVP.
So we see that Tokyo currently getting the MVP. With only just 4 kills, not to mention Kaisa also the mini MVP this time, getting 8 kills with no deaths at all. But I think the reason why Tokyo finally gets the MVP is because of his battle participation is a lot.
Yeah, I think he has 100% battle participation, if I'm not wrong. If I'm not wrong, don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure he has 100% kill participation, so that's why he gets MVP. Even though he didn't do as much damage as the Kaisa, being there for all the fights. Of course, you can't. It is easy to get a assist in this game, as you just can shield an ally and you do get an assist. So, but don't take anything away from Tokyo's performance and also the Kaisa's performance, because they both played fantastically well.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I saw Zaya really tried really hard in that match. You can see he also dealt a lot of damage, almost 17,000, and every time he threw that Feather Storm out and he pulled it back, it was so much damage. And
Yes.
maybe if he didn't do that, the game would have ended earlier for RF4.
Yes, correct. And not to mention, we can see that Wafri, for the user of Mundo, actually get 20 damages for the team. So 20k damages, that's quite a lot. I mean, we did not realize we were subliminal in a sense that we don't see Mundo actually getting more damages for his team, but no, he's actually doing so much for the team. But nonetheless, the Lady Luck did not smile for Team Rida this time.
Yeah, just not enough for the front line of Team Rida. Of course, early on they had the Executioner's Blade really from Kaisa, so really reducing the healing from the Mundo. So it was just not much he could have done. And of course, we will see that replay of how the Executioner's Blade helped Alt F4 win the match.
Yes, and what we can see over here, we can see that Wukong goes inside with his ult, grand entrance from Rakan, and unstoppable force again and again, and not to mention Orianna's doing her ult. There's like four consecutive strikes from Alt F4.
It was just non-stop pressure, and of course, this is the top dive that we see. They do get the Orianna away, but at the same time, we can see Rift Herald will be stuck. They actually don't finish the tower off immediately.
Yes.
They do take the Rift Herald here. They do fight for it. Lee Sin will get the last hit. They will kill the Wukong away. And you can see that later, the Lee Sin, he will kill onto the Rakan, dodging the shockwave. Okay, it's going to happen right about now. He will land the kill onto Rakan here. Then he will dodge the shockwave, kill the Rakan. And at the same time, he placed the Rift Herald. You can see it spawned right on the bottom of the screen. He will take the turret away. So first turret will go to the side.
That was a phenomenal counter from Lee Sin. Yes, but then again, we can see that right now they're going in. Again, another grand entrance from Rakan and going inside. Kaisa using her ult, trying to get a defense over here while giving it more attacks. And now we can see Team Rida is getting a counter on this side.
Yeah, it was a nice fight for Team Rida because they split up, they couldn't let the combos ulti. But this is when they actually made a mistake. They started grouping and the shockwave will just hit on the Mundo. But at the same time, we thought Brown would be enough. But the backline, you can see Kaisa jumps in. He will try to deal the damage. Zaya, of course, with the Feather Storm, actually saving this fight. If that Feather Storm did not land on that much people, this fight would have gone all the way to our F4.
Yes, I agree. I can see Rakan is just going here and there with his third skill and just going again another unstoppable force for Malphite, and just going again with another Wukong Cyclone right now. What an amazing damage right there. Kaisa just finally, everyone was just going for the damage right now. What a match.
Yeah, and this fight is like, every time we see this team fight, it's the same thing. They group up and the unstoppable force, the Cyclone, will just catch them out. And this is the end of the match because we had so little team fights, but every team fight was just so quick for LF4. Maybe it's a little hiccup at the Rift Herald earlier, but after every fight after that, you see the corgi butts coming from everyone for LF4. They're showing the big corgi butts.
I guess they really love corgi butts this time.
Yeah. And they will end the match, and it was very nice to see that combo again. And teams, maybe they would respect a little bit more about the picks from Malphite, the picks from Orianna, because still Orianna is a very strong pick even though she was nerfed.
True as well. I mean, like, people may have disregarded a bit Malphite's importance in the lineups, but then again we can see that he went well with Wukong, he went well with Orianna. So I guess that from this time they really have to give the spotlight to Malphite. They really got to, because if not, how are they going to win more?
Yeah, it's really difficult just to give away a big combo. Malphite, Orianna, Wukong. I mean, there's only so much you can give away at one point of the match. So if you keep giving away these fantastic team fighting compositions, you're just going to leave out. Because, like I said, if they meant for the Camille or, if they pick the Camille and the Twisted Fate, maybe they had something different than that.
True as well.
And also, sorry to interrupt you, Ghost. We have earlier we did promise that if you guys send stars, we will have a video promo up and ready to go. So now we have that star, all thanks to Samantha Koo. So, production, can we have that fantastic promo video? Oh, okay. We will go to break, then we'll play the promo. So we will send it to break now, since I run out of things to talk already.
It's okay. So whenever it is, stay tuned, guys. What we are going to go for the star promo for you guys this time.
And be back in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
So you know you're older, so sober.
Dia tak ada lagi.
Betul, tak? I see the
You getting nothing, Joker.
Welcome to Wild Rift. First blood. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on 35 options. 5 advice for whoever wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skill, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends, because everyone has different idea. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning, because people will be involved. Want to know more? Join us at
Hey, I'm Noisy Boy, also known as Jay.
Tonight in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go game.
Actually, sebenarnya saya minat dalam bidang e-sport sejak zaman CSGO. Korang mesti pernah dengar zaman CSGO kan? Yes, time tu kita orang main dengan kawan-kawan. So, much later, Mobile Legends pula yang keluar. Mobile Legends was way more fun. It's a short game, interesting, it's best played with friends, and it's a mobile game. Siapa tak nak main? main je lah. Yes, so kita orang main Mobile Legends, we played in tournaments. Yes, we win some, we lose some, but that's the nature of the game. Who just wants to win? You need to lose to learn some. So after that, I thought to myself, how can I enhance my career in esports industry? So that's where I found an opening as a producer in EGG Network. Yes, EGG Network is a gaming channel in Astro, and that's where I started working to grow my career. And I was way more happier after joining eGames Network because I was the producer for this MPL MYSG first season. We initiated the season with Munton, and I was very happy to work on a game that I love playing myself. So, as you can see, when you love gaming, there's an opportunity for you to grow. There's a place for you to build yourself up, not just in a gaming career, but as a sideline as well. So that's where I stopped EGG and I started working in IRL. Currently I am in IRL. IRL is a gaming company that brings out more out of me. Yes, we do organize more tournaments. I am the TriCaster producer here. I'm the head of the TriCaster producer as a matter of fact. And I can't wait to see you join our tournaments, not just in Mobile Legends but in other games as well. We'll be coming out with more games for you to play, more exciting tournaments with exciting prize pools. Drop by to say hello if you all are joining us, you know. Can't wait.
Welcome to Wild Rift.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on birthday study options. 5 advice for whoever wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skill, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. meet new friends. Because everyone has a different idea. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning, because people will evolve. Want to know more? Join us at
And we are back with What If Summoner Odyssey. My name is Chef.
I'm Ghost.
Yeah, and today we did have 32 teams going up against each other for the prize pool of 172 ringgit. And of course, this tournament is organized by IRL Asia and partnered by Homie.
Not to mention our sponsors, Inch Theory, and also our co-sponsor, Fengcha Sunway and PayX.
Yes, and man, that was a very weird game, I must say. From the last game, we did see a surprise Dr. Mundo pick for the side of Team Rita, but I don't think it ended really well, as they did have to give up a lot of teamfight potential.
It did not end well for Team Rita, but it a victorious end for LF4.
Yeah.
I mean, not to mention, I mean, like the way that they also banned Yasuo and Corki. So for Corki, it's understandable, but Yasuo, I mean, like, I gotta say that's quite weird with the, and also with the Dr. Mundo pick. I'm like, okay.
Maybe the Yasuo is more of a respect, man. As some teams, Yasuo is not known to be that strong of a champion. He is strong in certain circumstances, but most of the time, he's not really worth a ban, I believe.
True as well. And not to mention, we have to commend with Alt F4 for their amazing strikes. I mean, the way that they use, the maneuver, the Malphite's unstoppable force, the grand entrance from Rakan, and not to mention Orianna's skill, Wukong's ulti, the way that it just made Team Rita just cowered in fear.
Yeah, and we've been seeing more of the Malphite and the Orianna, but we'll also be seeing more of the brackets, as we will be getting into the top 8 brackets. Just now was the top 8, I believe. And
yes.
Now we will be going into the top 4. Yeah, and we do see a very surprising Imperium Pro, yesterday's winner. They do drop to Dream Esports. They will be going Nox Bullies again. Somehow they messed up against Sem9. I don't know how that happened. But right now, they will be Nox Bullies will be going up against Dream Esports, the one that won yesterday's tournament.
Yes.
And Geek Fam, they will be going up against the last game's winner, Alt F4 Geek Fam. We have not really seen much of them yet.
Yes.
So I'm very interested to see how they will play in this tournament today.
True as well. And not to mention that Dream Esports has successfully defeated Imperium Pro. I don't know how much of the abilities that they happen to have right now if they can defeat Imperium Pro.
Yeah, and it just goes to show, man, just because you did win one tournament doesn't mean you're going to win the next tournament, as there's so many strong teams joining for League of Legends Wild Rift Summoners Odyssey.
Correct. So we had such an amazing feat, and now we are amazed. So I think we're seeing Dream Esports and Nox Bullies this time, isn't it?
I'm not too sure. We have to wait till the game starts, but right now, I'm still interested to see how Dream Esports plays. Since Imperium Pro, they do have a very methodical way of playing.
Yes.
Maybe they found a counter, maybe they just realized that, yeah, they always play this way, let's beat them in their own game.
True as well. I mean, how did they defeat them in their own game? That is one surprise that I wanted to see this time. But who knows, that as you have mentioned, maybe we'll see Alt F4 instead with Geek Fam.
Yeah. I mean, today we will have a new champion again. So I'm so happy to just see newer teams just stepping it up, being so strong, making it to the top 4 right now, and they want to get into the grand finals. So Alt F4, they did show a great showing again. Just now they did play the Malphite, they did play the Orianna. Those two strong champions have a great combo. Of course, they did also play the Wukong, I believe, right?
Yes, they did play the Wukong, and they played it splendidly. I mean, they just combo and combo and combo. It's just like Street Fighter 5, like, pull Tekken, pull oh, it's like, man, my man. I mean, like the way that they just go inside and just Wukong just maneuver himself around the area was like just made everyone's like, okay, we're gonna lose right now.
I mean, their team comp just showed that they want to have more team fights, right? They even have the Rakan as well, getting the engages for the Kaisa. And we do see a lot of times nowadays that Corki tends to be losing against a Kaisa pick. So it looks like teams are more comfortable letting the Corgi through, knowing that Kaisa can deal just as much damage.
True as well. Not to mention Kaisa having her 5 hit spots. So it's like the moment that she finally gets into the 5th strike, it's just bam. Everyone's like, oh, that's one critical strike to me. It's like, but then again, yes, that's the reason why Kaisa would be a good pick this time. But who knows? Who's going to be the next ADC right now? Who's going to be the next marksman?
Yeah.
It's going to be surprised.
Yeah. And I'm quite surprised to see. I'm still surprised by the Dr. Mundo pick, knowing that even after this new patch, they did nerf Dr. Mundo surprisingly as well, citing that he is quite strong in the lower levels of play. But even in the top levels, we never see Dr. Mundo at all.
We still couldn't get over it. I think maybe Team Rida probably mistaken this fight as a training match.
I mean, I commend them for trying out new stuff. I do want to see more. I mean, everyone wants to see more diversity in picks, and they also go for the Twisted Fate. I feel like I had the idea of what they want to go for, maybe the Lee Sin getting the engages and Twisted Fate dealing the damage, especially with the ulti as well, getting in position. But the problem with Mundo is that he can't really provide much in the team fights, besides just being a big body, just tanking so much damage. But even right now, we do have a lot of grievous wounds effects, stopping the healing as well. So it feels like Mundo is not really in a good spot in the meta. Maybe we can be proven wrong, I don't know, but seeing the Mundo, I'm happy, but it didn't really work out.
True as well. I mean, like, it's not really in a favorable position for Mundo this time. But who knows? Maybe somebody else will pick Mundo again this time, but it will be another unusual pick. But let's just see. There's top 4 right now, so we don't know how are the things going to fare right now. Is it going to be another surprise? Is it going to be just another ordinary lineup? So we get to know there once again. But yeah, you still can't get over with Dr. Mundo as being the top lane at that moment.
Yeah, and also the fact that they did leave the Camille through and the Fiora through as well. So they had the picks for the top lane. They had the options to pick them in that situation. But maybe I'm just guessing they just wanted to try something out.
Yes.
They just wanted to see maybe with the newer items that are in the game, like the Frozen Heart.
True.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like that pick maybe would have worked in the earlier stages, but in the top 8, you can't just be running the kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you can't just be doing that.
True. Even though we have no connection whatsoever with Team Rida, but we can sense, like, for our Malaysian peers, we're still a bit disappointed there.
I mean, you don't have to be disappointed, as they will have another chance, right?
Yes.
And of course, you guys can support this Facebook page. We want to get to 10,000 likes. We get more content, more tournaments, any game of your choosing. We can have more. Maybe PUBG, can maybe Valorant as well.
Yes.
And if you do send your stars, we can be able to show the promo video. I love watching the promo video. That's just more of a sneak peek of what you can get when you get this page with 10,000 likes.
Yes, that's correct. We're just waiting for that moment where we're finally getting into 10,000 likes.
I mean, that doesn't like we did promise. We also have our own TikTok video. Every caster, me, Ghost, NeonFaith, and of course Dato Tan Sri, YB, Shark420. The name very long, the title super long right there. But of course, man, please do share some support. Share the support for the teams that you want to win as well.
True as well, guys. Not to mention, just share our page to everyone that you knew. Share it to your friends. If you have 1,000 friends, 5,000 friends, go and share it. We'll appreciate we appreciate your attention.
Ooh.
Wow, we got a bluebird messaging us right now. What's happening?
I mean, not gonna spoil it. We did see someone sneaking under the table, giving the pick your best for the next game.
It's a shark. It's a shark going out.
Honestly, I didn't look at the paper, so I don't know who's even playing for the next match. Maybe I can take a look. I'll take a look, actually. Oh, we do have Geek Fam versus Alt F4.
Oh, Geek Fam and Alt F4 this time. So as L4 has already proven their performance to us this time, so we gotta see a a demanding match right now because we never knew how Geek Fam performs right now. So yeah.
Yeah, Geek Fam, they are a very well-known organization. They do have organizations for a lot of games.
I see.
But so this is kind of the first time for us to see them in Wild Rift in this tournament. So I'm very interested to see. They did make it to the top 4, of course. Top 4 is not easy to get.
Yes.
It's not easy to get, especially with so many strong teams in this tournament. So Alt F4, they do probably have a lot to go for them, as they did show an impressive showing with a nice draft. And I'm not really concerned for any of these teams right now.
Yes, true as well. I mean, like not trying to uplift any of these teams or trying to giving more inclination to any of the teams right now, but seeing that they're already in the top 4, making them showing their impressive performance right now, we can say that. So up until now, we can say who's going to go to the grand finals. We have no idea yet.
Yeah, and of course, the winner of this match will be going into the grand finals. The grand finals being a best of 3, and now we will be getting into the game. I was a bit confused right there.
Big
but
bands!
Yeah, the big bands. Geek Fam will be on the left side. Let's take a look at the bands here.
Yes, and of course, we have our Geek Fam right now on our left side for Rakan and Camille being the bans right now. And not to mention Alt F4 banning Akali and Gragas.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised with the Rakan ban. I'm pretty sure they saw how strong Alt F4 was with the Rakan. They do not feel like maybe it wasn't the Malphite, maybe it wasn't the Orianna.
Yes.
So they just wanted to leave the Orianna through, as of course Alt F4 will take it, as you have to take the Orianna if she's in the pool.
True as well. But I have to say, I'm not surprised that they're actually banning Rakan, seeing that how impressive Rakan just now, and not to mention in the previous matches. So I think what they're trying to do is they're putting the probability to victory towards them right now. So now we can see they're actually selecting Janna for Ozoroveki.
And they do go for the Graves as well. We have not seen Graves in so long. I'm pretty sure the last time we saw Graves was last week, maybe even like 1 week ago actually.
Yes.
So they do go for the Graves. Very unusual pick, especially with Camille. Camille's not in the pool right now. So
Yes.
Graves not right now in the meta. He seems to have a very hard time finding a place. So going for the Graves, maybe it's more of a counter pick. Maybe they're just confident that they can go for the Graves in this situation. And on the fall again, they will go for the Xayah and the Braum.
The fact that Geek Fam conveniently choosing Graves. Oh, we got cinched. We got cinched. What a surprise! Then again, Chef, I already told you that the next team, I mean, there will be a lot of surprises this time in the top 4 matches.
Why do they go for the Siege? We have seen Siege before, it did not end so well. Especially for the fact that Siege was picked for the Yasuo, specifically for the Yasuo matchup. But in this situation, why would they pick Singe here, as he doesn't really provide that much in the team fights? He only has the one way he can throw back the enemy team into the back, into his smoke clouds. But Geek Fam right now, they have a very questionable draft. I mean, we can't really draft. And look at Alt F4's draft. They have a more convincing and more team fight oriented draft with the Braum, with the Malphite, with the Orianna, especially with the Wukong as well. So I don't even know how Geek Fam is going to win any of these fights.
It has already perplexed me that they chose Graves, because we have never seen Graves anywhere nearby the match. But now we're seeing also Singed complementing the whole idea. So I don't really know how this is going to fare.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like Geek Fam, they don't really have a way to get into these team fights, especially they lose early on, where they only have the damage from the Katarina and from the Corki as well. But there's so much stun, so much crowd control coming from the side of Alt F4.
Yes,
There's so much stun, especially with the Orianna, with the Malphite, with the Wukong again. I don't even know how Katarina is able to even use an ulti right there.
Yeah. So to our viewers, we have a poll. So right now, please choose any of your designated teams that you think gonna win. So of course, do you think that Geek Fam is going to throw the game, or is it gonna be another surprise victory for all of us? Not to just us, but to all of you as well. Please let us know in the polls. Right now, we have already started the match.
Yeah, and we do have Geek Fam gonna be on the left side with the Singe pick again. I don't know why. And on the right side, we do have the alt F4. They are trying to punish a very aggressive engage coming from Geek Fam here. They were trying to go for the red buff, but they will not give it up as we see 3 people trying to fight for this red buff over here. They will steal the Wraiths, they will get the Raptors, I mean.
Yes.
They will get the Raptors at the most. But alt F4 wisely punishes them for their aggression.
I mean, the fact that Geek Fam is trying to invade not just once, not just twice, but thrice, trying to ignite Braum. Oh, getting the kill for Braum, and goes again. Janna takes again. Graves again takes the kill for Wukong. Katarina takes the kill for Orianna, and not until countered by Malphite, killing Graves in the process. I'm going to get another fight for 3 kills, if I'm not to mention. There's 3 kills over there.
Not just 3 kills, that was
4 kills. 4 kills. My God, my math just got pulverized that time.
Geek Fam, they had to spend 4 flashes just to get the last hit on everyone in alt F4. And we do see Katarina almost getting killed. Does run away onto the Rift Scuttle, but she does fall to the Xayah. And we do see Janna again also will fall soon after alt F4. Even after that little bit of a scuffle in the mid lane, they strike back with 2 kills.
What a nice comeback from alt F4. You can see right now. Ooh, that was amazing.
Yeah, that actually looked really good for Geek Fam, as they do need that really great early game start for the team comp, as the team comp doesn't really have the great teamfight potential. They have to rely on the better items and the better damage, but alt F4, they are punishing them correctly, as they do catch the Katarina being a little bit too aggressive right there.
Yes.
And also they, like Xayah, walked all the way from the mid lane going to catch the Janna as well. So it looks still pretty even for both teams, but I still favor alt F4 in this situation.
Yes, yes. This all happens just under 2 minutes. So what a surprising match. And not to mention that right now Graves is currently trying to invade the Blue Sentinel on alt F4's team side. So again, they secured another kill on Braum. What is happening right now?
Yeah, man, Geek Fam, they're being so aggressive, trying to steal the blue buff, as you say, and they do get a pickup onto the Braum. The Braum just trying to keep them away, but the great engagers coming from the Graves right there, and the Katarina getting a great ulti, almost securing another kill.
True, true as well. I have to say, Geek Fam seems to be convincing me with their abilities. Yes, their lineups are surprising. Their lineup seems to be inconceivable right now. But then again, they are scoring the lead. They get 5 kills out of 3 kills from alt F4. So we never know how this is going to fare.
Yeah, and again, we see the aggression coming from the Singe. Just Singe being able to clear the waves with his first ability, having the poison cloud, as you say. And got some damage from the Malphite. Malphite does pretty well training against the Singe if he knows how to position correctly. So in this situation, Geek Fam, again, they're not really up so much gold, as it looks like they're up a lot in kill, but now they are up to 1,000 gold. And look at the HP from Singe, man, not able to survive the amount of damage coming from Malphite, even in these early stages of the game.
True, true as well. It seems that right now both teams are going passively on their approaches. So as we can see over here, we only have 15 seconds left until the next dragon spawns.
Yeah, and this dragon is kind of scary for Geek Fam to go for, as they know that alt F4 have the better team fight. That's why they're just trying to push the bottom tower here. But alt F4 also aware that they are able to win these team fights with the better team compositions right here. So
yes.
Geek Fam, they can't really start the dragon. They will get hit by the Braum. Just a little hit right there. And the backline, we see Graves just trying to steal the Scuttle Crab. He won't get it though, as we already see alt F4. They are grouping up for this first dragon.
Yes, a nice initiate from Xayah right now, trying to secure the dragon. But while we have Singe over here trying to surround, and all of them is currently going in without any slight of fear right now. What is happening? Wukong going on with the ulti, with the Braum using an ulti, unstoppable force from Malphite, and going in with the redemption from Geek Fam side. One again, Malphite gets the kill for Katarina. Graves again secured another kill on Braum. Katarina gets again on Wukong. What a match, fam! Geek Fam!
Yeah, and Geek Fam, they do get 2 people for alt F4, but now they will be able to secure the dragon. This is what they need. This is what they have to go for, as they can't really win these late game fights, especially when they're down in gold, and now they are up 2k. They will be trying to get the dragon, and it looks like it's not going to get stolen. Thank goodness for Geek Fam. They do win that fight, and they do get the first dragon of the game.
Even though alt 4 made an initiative trying to secure the dragon, but then again Geek Fam showed an impressive feat in getting the dragon for themselves. What a match.
Yeah, and all that for they did get the great engages from the Malphite, great ulti from the Braum as well. But I feel like the Shockwave, if I'm not wrong, didn't really hit that many people in that fight.
True.
So he was not able to get a lot of damage, and they were not really able to convert from that engage. So
Yes.
Geek Fam, they punished them correctly. They know that there's no crowd control, there's no more stuns. They are able to go in with the Katarina ulti as well.
True as well. I have to say, probably the stars of the day right now. What happened? Katarina going in for the shot. Jana giving a slow. Oh, Katarina finally secured the kill with Wukong actually trying to get a hit on them. But no, they finally secured the kill and evaded the attack, escaping from the lines. Wow.
Yeah, and all that for they are getting punished. They're getting dived on by the Katarina and the Janna right there. They're not tanky at all. They're just walking through the tower. That's going in. And you see again with the package, Corki going in onto the Xayah. Xayah 1 HP left will fall as Braum will also fall right after to the Katarina right there. Rampage. Geek Fam will be able to get this tower right here. And all that for they are having a hard time just trying to defend even one turret.
One turret is going on. But now what we can see, they're actually trying to secure the first turret of the match right now. What a job. What an amazing feat for Geek Fam right now.
Yeah, and that also allows them to start this Rift Herald right here. They aren't just hiding in the brush, waiting in the top side, waiting to see if all that for they'll do walk in. They do not, as they walk in from the bottom side, and they are trying to contest the risk cutter here. And we do see an engage coming from Wukong. Not really much going after it, but we see Grace gonna deal so much damage, and Sage just walking in, and a great ulti coming from Malphite, but there's no one to help follow up there, and he will fall. In also the back, we also see Katarina falling to the Wukong right there. A shutdown kill, not a kill that you want to give up, especially to the Wukong. And we do see Geek Fam just continuing the Rift Herald. They do not want to give this up, as they will be able to use it for maybe the next Dragon fight.
It was an amazing feat. I mean, I thought that Graves were behaving recklessly, but then again, Janna knew that Graves would be the final front line, so he just made an ulti over there, saving them again, once again. Wow. It's such an amazing support, I have to say that.
Yeah, and all that for they have to be a little bit worried, as they are down 6,000 gold, almost 6,000 gold here, and all that for even though they do have the great engages, especially from the Malphite, we did see a 3-man ult coming from him, but there was no one to help follow up the damage, and he was just all alone. The Sync just pulled him back, get back into the fight, as they do get the kill onto him. They do lose Katarina on the Geek Fam side, but I feel like that doesn't really matter, as they do still secure the Rift Herald.
True. And I had to say that there's a possibility that I see over here. The reason why Alt F4 couldn't give a counter is because of Graves' blinds, and that could be a possibility.
Yeah, and also the fact that all that for they are still trying to be a bit more aggressive, as they are grouping up. They want to just prevent anyone from getting caught, as Geek Fam, they do have a way to catch just one person out, especially even with the Singe, able to just win the 1v1s for most of the time, as all that for they have to rely on the team fights right now. And again, man, they are having a very tall order onto them. Down 6,000 gold, down 1 dragon, down the Rift Herald, and the dragon will be spawning very, very soon.
Yes, that is amazing. Well, we can say that right now the dragon might be uncontested since right now all of them is currently in their sanctuary trying to release themselves out. But then again, they are all prepared. Geek Fam is currently prepared. Orianna is over there just by alone right now. So yeah, Ocean Drake has already spawned, so we can see that Graves makes an initiative.
Yeah. As we see also, Geek Fam, they are not able to drop the Rift Herald yet, as all that for they are walking towards the Dragon Pit. They want to stop any attempts of the Dragon right here. And we get an engage from the Wukong going in the back, getting a 2-man stun. And we also have Malphite trying to kill the Singe right there, but the Singe just running away. No one from Geek Fam is falling so far, and we do have so much damage from the Katarina, really leaving everyone to a quarter of life right there. And look at that, great engages again, carried by the Katarina. Gets the kill onto the Malphite. She will fall, however, but again they have another kill onto the Orianna, not the Orianna, but the Kai'Sa, the Xayah.
Xayah, yes. So if I traded 1 kill for 2 kills, they've traded 1 death for 2 kills there. But then again, not only that, but they get also the Ocean Dragon. I would say that there would be a much more an advantage for Geek Fam this time.
Yeah, and they are also up almost 11,000 gold right here. 8,000 gold.
8,000 gold.
My math is quite bad.
Right now we already confused already. It's combobulated already right now.
And Geek Fam, they will see that the Baron is spawning, and all that for they are worried for the fact that Geek Fam can get this Baron, as they are way stronger with that 8,000 gold lead right there.
Yes.
And Geek Fam, they are not really trying to post a fight, they are actually trying to post a fight, as I've quickly corrected, and a great pullback coming from the stage, pulling back the Braum, trying to kill the Braum, but no one is dying for Alt F4. They are just living with a sliver of HP, and Geek Fam, they are in prime position to push this mid tower and to also create the aggression for the Baron fight.
I have to say, I had to commend Jana for making an early redemption there. That redemption really saved the lives of Geek Fam's teammates.
Yeah, and Geek Fam right now, they're just hovering on the mid. They just want to push this tower, as I don't think they've planted the Rift Herald yet.
Yes.
So, all F4 just waiting again, just grouping up, trying to prevent any more advantages for Geek Fam. They don't want to give the Rift Herald attempt to Geek Fam right there, but actually I'm not so sure whether they dropped the Rift Herald or not, but as we see again, we have Graves meeting eye to eye with Braum.
Wow. And
oh yeah, they haven't spawned the Rift
They
Herald.
summoned already Shelly, but in the brushes of top lane. So I think that they don't want to go to an aggressive start there, because Malphite is currently going on the defense, trying to clear all of the waves that's coming into top lane. And so right now we see Jana is currently trying to deward. I mean, Jana is actually making an active practice to deward the map.
Yeah, and we do have an engaged fight by the Wukong trying to stop the Graves from running away, but it's not enough damage for the side of Alt F4, as we do see Sage in the backline trying to go in, gets the pullback onto the Xayah right there, and an aggressive redemption trying to save the teammates for Alt F4, but it's not enough, as we see Xayah will fall and Arena will soon fall after, and not to mention everyone is so low, they are not able to win these fights. As Geek Fam, they are up 11,000 gold.
And they secured 2 kills this time. Wow, what amazing. I thought that they're gonna surprise us. Maybe again, not so surprising with their unorthodox lineups. But then again, we see that they keep on damaging and getting more kills from Alt F4. I have to say, what an inspirational strategy from Geek Fam.
Yeah, Geek Fam, they will secure another turret. They are up 4 turrets, where Alt F4, they do not have a single turret in this game. The Baron is still alive. Alt F4 still have to be so worried for this Baron, as if they do get this Baron, their lead is not just in 11,000, 13,000 lead, it's more than that, as the Baron creates so many annoying situations for Alt F4 to deal with.
Yes, it could go to 20,000 gold in lead. I have to say that.
Are you okay, man?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of wind inside my stomach right now, trying to get out. So yeah, but then again, whoa, we can see that the amazing feats made by Geek Fam right now, going ahead, getting ahead. I have to say, I have to give it to Graves. Fine maneuvering, making sure that the battle inclined to Geek Fam's. Oh my god.
Yeah, they know Malphite is in the brush, as they do have a ward right there. They were trying to pick him off as he was still waiting there, and they do not catch him, as Malphite does make his way to bottom. And it looks like Alt F4 as well, they have to be a little worried of Geek Fam again, just in the brush, just waiting for someone to walk by, as Malphite is the only one down there. They will get control of the bottom jungle for Alt F4's side. And they're not giving any space for Alt F4 here.
I think this is all just a preemptive reasoning in order for them to secure the mountain dragon right now, because it's going to spawn at this moment.
Yeah, and the Mountain Dragon has spawned, as you said. And look at Xayah's HP, man. Just for one Graves, does evade the pullback from Singe right there. And we do have an re-engage coming from Wukong. But Malphite just 1 HP away, will barely fall and gets shielded by the Janna. Yeah, and great save for Geek Fam right there. They almost lost the Singe, but they will make their way to the Dragon, as Alt F4, they're very, very far away. They do not even know that this is happening, since they have no vision in this Dragon Pit. They're probably giving it up. But right now, Geek Fam, they are up 3 dragons and also up 12,000 gold.
Jana is, wow, one of the most collaborative supports that I've ever seen this time, you know, not only from Imperium but also from Geek Fam. I have to say that it's one of the most chosen picks these days.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised that Janna is being picked more and more. We've been seeing the strength of the Janna with the ability to disengage with the ultimate, with the big tornado, and also giving the HP regen as well. Janna, I feel like teams have been listening to me and say, hey, this one too much, talk shit about Janna.
Yeah, right, true. The fact that they listened to us and they knew that, we gotta make a move. We gotta show to them that Janna means something.
Yeah, and you know, Janna, the reason why I've been doubting Janna a lot is because of the fact that a lot more tankier supports have been showing up lately, and I wasn't sure that Enchanters, they are able to deal with the tanky supports, but it shows that you don't really, it's not just a one-man game, but we do see a package onto the Wukong. There's no vision right there, and they will try to kill the Wukong. The Wukong's GA will be taken away as the rest of the team. We see Zaya trying to peel away. Wukong does get the flash with the ulti, and a great two-match away from the Orianna, but Zaya will fall right after, and Brom is falling soon, will fall to the Corki, as we see a nice stun coming from Malphite, but he will fall soon after, and already 4 men down for Alt F4 Geek Fam. They will be trying to push this top in-hit turret.
Almost a total annihilation coming from Geek Fam. And finally right now they're out securing the in-hit turret.
They can end the game.
And they're gonna end the game right now. So right now we can see that Wukong is defenseless at the moment, also just seeing himself being the sacrifice. Being slain at this very moment. I gotta say, he just being whipped away from all of this sadness, seeing that he's gonna. But hey, I have to say, you know, we predicted that either that they're going to throw the game, but it seems that is a nice surprise, isn't it?
I wouldn't go to the extent of them throwing the game, but I do feel like all that for they did have the better draft with the better team fight, but Geek Fam, they were playing so aggressive, they're just trying to get these early leads, knowing that their win condition relies on them getting a lot of gold. As a lot of these team fights rely on them doing a lot of damage as well.
But not only that, I can sense that it's luckily strategic for them to be so precise, you know. The fact that they just go inside, they invade the red, the Brambleback, and they get kills. Not just 1, 2, 3, 4 kills, but now we're going on to the stats.
Yes, and we will get into the stats. We will see who's the MVP. While Corki is the MVP, not really surprising there, but I feel like Geek Fam, they were all really the MVP.
True.
As we did see a great showing from Nyx on the Janna, from Ozara Becky on the Katarina as well. And Grace having a 4-1 KDA really shows that Grace can still be played, but you do have to play a bit more aggressively in his early games.
True. But not to mention, it's one of the most. I actually, this is a pelik combo, you know. Yeah. This is the pelik one, okay? So I gotta say, like, we did not intend this to happen. We did not see that, okay, Graves, because that's already weird enough. But then again, Sinch. But not only that, they not only surprise us with their combo, but now they're winning. Now I'm gotta say, I'm excited to see the next match.
Not only excited to see, but also lost for words as it looks like. As the Siege pick, I'm still so shocked that it actually worked out. It just looked like, but I really feel like the win is not really based on a Singe pick, it's just based on how they played their macro game. They just played their early game super solid. They always want to play for their objectives, as they know. Even when they're in gold, if they are even, they won't lose the fights too, Alt F4.
True. But then again, we can see that Geek Fam devastates all of the team, completely dominates. What's the other team name again?
Alt F4.
Alt F4. I'm so sorry that I did not recognize your name there. But then again, yes, congratulations to Geek Fam. You finally made us proud over here. But no worries. Will they ever get F4? Will they ever get another rematch?
Of course they will have another rematch, as we do run this tournament every day, and for us to run more tournaments, you can get our Facebook page to 10,000 likes. We will be able to run more tournaments for you, more games for you, and more exclusive content, especially from, if you send a star, you do get a promo video, especially. It's a sneak peek, you know? It's a sneak peek for, maybe we can make TikTok videos, we can make anything, but also we can make ourselves go into the replay.
Yes, let's go.
Oh, no?
Oh, no? Wait a sec.
Time stop. I guess the replays are not ready yet.
I see. But then again, yes, it was a fantastic match coming from Geek Fam fighting against Alt F4. I mean, like, no the disappointments, please, from Alt F4, because it's so hard to try to even pronounce the name.
I mean, I don't think it's that hard, but okay. Alt F4, they did show that they can play really strong, so they do have another chance to play, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next days as well.
True,
we run this tournament every day. And congrats to Geek Fam again for getting into the grand finals of Wild Rift Summoner Odyssey.
Yes, Geek Fam. I'm thinking that maybe I'm rooting for Geek Fam. I know that this is just a personal opinion, but then again, the way that we have seen a lot of so unstandardized fights and they keep on losing, but this time, not only they did it in the top 4, but they won. So as an amazing fit, you also were like, no. No, I've seen so many fights, I've seen so many things, they're not gonna do it. But no, they just made us wow.
Yeah, and man, I was so doubtful of the Sage pick, of course, especially for the draft. It's such a greedy draft, I must say. It's just so greedy. They had to give up so much teamfight potential. But GeekFam, they showed, man, they're just strong. They can play with any comp they want, and they will get into the grand finals for the first time in this Warrior Summoners Odyssey. So we will be able to see a new champion again. I'm just, like you said, you want to root for GeekFam, I'm just rooting for a new champion, honestly.
New champion. What will it be? What this new champion is?
Yeah, and we won't know until the next match. Of course, we will be able to see the replays for the last match.
Dang, 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 dang. Right, so as we remember over here, they're going in for the fight, getting another kill. 1 kill for team blue team, good second kill. And there goes another Malphite going in. And also countered by Malphite over there, Graves. But I thought that Malphite gonna be living over here, but no, he's dead also.
Yeah, I mean, this is the start of their game plan, right? They want to be so aggressive right here. We do see a return. 2 kills coming from F4. They do get the kill on the Katarina and the Janna as well, but they did not really stop GeekFam from their aggression. As we do see again, they are diving in so deep in the backline, trying to prevent them from getting near the Dragon Pit, as we say, and they are already up 1k gold. They will be fighting for the first Dragon. And look at this, they had a great engage coming from Wukong, coming from Braum, and coming from Malphite as well, but there's no follow-up, there's no damage coming from F4 GeekFam. They will be able to, they do lose one, which is the Katarina, but they do get the Wukong and they do get the Braum, and of course, at the end of the day, they also are able to secure the Dragon here.
Yeah, I thought that Alt F4 would gain an advantage over there, but no. I didn't mean to just lose. And what's happening over here, Corki gets the kill on Xayah, not to mention that Katarina claim another kill on Braum. So wow, what a splendid match these days. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like Olefon, they were a bit desperate here. They were trying to contest the Rift Herald, but we see Singe being so annoying, just going the front line. We had a great ulti coming from Malphite, but the team was so far away, they were not able to get the follower as they were so focused on killing the Katarina there.
Yes.
And Olefon, they do have to give up the Rift Herald here.
Yes. I mean, that's the reason why it was so hard trying to fight GeekFam, because it's so elusive. Katarina was so elusive and was just escaping from the area so much.
Yeah, and GeekFam again, they started out the fight really well. Look at everyone's HP, they're all so low from the Katarina's damage with the ultimate. She does fall right after to the Wukong, but again, we do see another fight. They're so aggressive behind the tier 2 turret. They will be trying to go in, and nice ulti coming from Katarina as well. Does try to save herself with the Zhonya's, the golden skin, and in the back we do see Corki killing the Orianna as well.
That was an impressive status from Katarina. So I was seeing that if Graves could finally secure the kill, but no, Singe actually goes inside with Xayah actually making up for the ult. But then again, wow, Janna again with such an impeccable ult from his GeekFam side. Wow. Oh, this time, wow.
Yeah, and Corki going in so aggressive with the package right there. I don't even know how they knew that the Wukong was there, maybe from a dead ward. As you see, an engagement coming from all that points. So they tried to re-engage, but Xayah will fall to the Graves, dealing so much damage, and Corki being so aggressive will be able to kill the Braum, will be able to also kill the Malphite right there. And in the back, we also have Orianna falling to the Katarina.
Wow, Corki, as usual, is dishing out a lot of damage this time. And of course, we thought that they're gonna give another chance to L4, but they finish up the inhib turret and go straight for the Nexus. I mean, wow, Wukong was just completely perplexed at this time.
Perplexed he was, as GeekFam will be able to take that game and will go into the grand finals. Really an impressive showing coming from their side, and Alt F4 again. They will be able to have another chance, but we won't know until maybe the next grand finals. I want to see who will be able to get into the next match with GeekFam.
Yes, that's also my idea. I mean, what's going to happen? Is it going to be, what are the names that we're seeing?
Nox Bullies and Dream Esports. We don't know who won yet, but we'll find out after this break, as we will be getting into a short break. Very kejap je lah. So
stay tuned.
You getting nothing, Joker.
Get down.
You getting nothing, Joker.
Unstoppable. Victory.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on 35 options. 5 advice for whoever wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skill, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends, because everyone has different idea. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning, because people will involved. Want to know more? Join us at
Hey, I'm Raji Boy, also known as Jay.
Tonight in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go game.
Actually, sebenarnya saya minat dalam bidang e-sports sejak zaman CSGO. Korang mesti pernah dengar zaman CSGO kan? Yes, time tu kita orang main dengan kawan-kawan. So, much later, Mobile Legends pula yang keluar. Mobile Legends was way more fun. A short game, interesting, it's best played with friends, and it's a mobile game. Siapa tak nak main? Main je lah. Yes, so kita orang main Mobile Legends, we played in tournaments. Yes, we win some, we lose some, but that's the nature of the game. Who just wants to win? You need to lose to learn some. So after that, I thought to myself, how can I enhance my career in esports industry? So that's where I found an opening as a producer in eGG Network. Yes, eGG Network is a gaming channel in Astro, and that's where I started working to grow my career. And I was way more happier after joining eGG Network because I was the producer for this MPL MYSG first season. We initiated the season with Munton, and I was very happy to work on a game that I love playing myself. So, as you can see, when you love gaming, there's an opportunity for you to grow. There's a place for you to build yourself up, not just in a gaming career, but as a sideline as well. So, that's where I stopped eGG and I started working in IRL. Currently, I am in IRL. IRL is a gaming company that brings out more out of me. Yes, we do organize more tournaments. I am the TriCaster producer here. I'm the head of the TriCaster producer as a matter of fact. And I can't wait to see you join our tournaments, not just in Mobile Legends but in other games as well. We'll be coming out with more games for you to play, more exciting tournaments with exciting prize pools. Drop by to say hello if you all are joining us, you know. Can't wait.
Welcome to Wild Rift. First blood. The enemy team has slain the dragon. Rampage. You are unstoppable. Victory.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew. I have more than 18 years in the education industry as a student counselor, giving advice to more than 2,000 students and parents on 35 options. 5 advice for whoever wants to succeed. Learn as many types of skills as possible. Technical skill, vocational skill, art skill, soft skill, any type of skill. Learn self-branding. Learn how to market yourself. That's very important. Always be open-minded to new ideas. Meet new friends, because everyone has different idea. Who knows, you might get some idea, right? Never stop learning, keep on learning, because people will evolve. Want to know more? Join us at
And we are back with Wild Rift Summoners Odyssey. My name is Chef.
And I'm NeonFaith.
Even though it does show that the title goes by he's indeed NeonFaith. We did have 32 teams going up against each other for the prize pool of 172 ringgit.
Yeah. I didn't know my name was Go. I had that bit all looked down. I was like, wait. Okay. So this tournament is organized by RL Asia. It is partnered with Homie.
Yeah, and also sponsored by H Theory and co-sponsored by Pengcha Sunway and PayX. And we do have a correction for NeonFaith's name, as he is not Ghost. He is the one and only NeonFaith.
I had that thing all planned out. I looked down, I looked at my name there, I looked up, wait, it's Ghost.
Yeah, that's a pretty good bit, honestly, but I feel like production is just screwing with you like this situation. It's screwing with you. But of course, let's talk a bit, well, before we get into the match, let's talk a bit about the sponsors. IRL Asia is a multi-tainment channel. Multi-tainment channel. We do music, we do video games, we do also education as well. So maybe in the future, you want to be a singer, you want to be a guitarist, you want to be a pianist as well. You can look forward to IRL Asia's future projects.
Yes. And also, wait, who do you dropped off with?
I started with IRL Asia.
That's all you talked about?
Yeah, that's all I talked about.
Alright. I will continue with Homie. You need a place to stay at the Subang, Salway or JB area. You can hit up your homie. Call Homie your home away from home.
Of course, we do have H Theory. If you need to pimp your crib, if you need some interior designing for your room, your mother say your room damn ugly right now, please do check out H Theory, where every inch matters. And of course, we do have the co-sponsors, Pengcha Sunway. If you're just sick of boba every time, you don't want to drink boba, same thing every day, again and again, do check out Pengcha Sunway. They have great selections of fruit teas as well.
Yeah, and also our last co-sponsor, we have PX. If you're an IG business or a Facebook business or any business for that matter, we need a payment solution. PX is your solution.
Your one-stop payment solution. That's the thing you're looking for, but it's okay. We are in the grand finals. We did see GeekFam beat Apple very convincingly with a very weird draft. I'm still so shocked about the fact that they picked Singe even after the Grace Week. The Grace Week maybe, yeah, but the Singe, what?
I mean, it didn't work out at the end because they did go for the early aggression onto the side of our F4 and they couldn't handle the early aggression. And they just fell apart like a pile of bricks.
Yeah, and also what won't fell apart like a pile of bricks, we do have the brackets. We can see the journey of all the teams that have made it so far.
All the way we can see that we have the two teams in the grand finals. We have, I don't spoil it, but the other team we have is GeekFam. They are the opposite side of the bracket. So we see GeekFam. And of course, who do we see in grand finals? Do we see Dream Esports of Nox Bullies? And of course, for the grand finals, we will have GeekFam against Dream Esports. What a nice logo.
Yeah, it's a very slick logo, man.
Yeah, it's like an E, but another E inside
and
the
a D, yeah.
Wait, that's a D? Oh, that is
it's a D. It's a D, and then it's an E inside.
But then it's also an E flipped around.
Oh, too much, man. I'm not really a graphic designer. So
the Eception.
Eception, yes. And hopefully we are able to see a very great grand finals, as most of the grand finals so far have been so incredibly hyped. They have been getting into the game 3s. So I'm just hoping to see a great match here. Yeah, and
let's read some comments here. We have Dream Esports and GeekFam, both favorite teams. So lucky for you, Mama Akma, you have your two favorite teams in the grand final, so you can see. Maybe you can lean to another different team. Maybe have hashtag BFF NeonFaith. I don't know what this means. Maybe they're talking about you, Chef. You're my BFF. So
I feel like everyone wants to be your BFF lah.
Oh.
Yeah, because you are the famous one and only NeonFaith. You will be able to dye his hair if you get this page to 10,000 likes. IRL Asia, we want your support. Getting your support will be able to let us get more and more content for you in the form of tournaments, in the form of promo videos that you can also get with the stars as well.
And of course, we were going to the first game of the grand finals. And I'm interested to see what crazy zany picks that GeekFam can come up with.
Yeah, but before we can get into the picks, we have Spider-Man with a message.
Right, Spider-Man, interrogation out of him, gotta smack the answers out of him.
Yeah, we do have Dream Esports on the left side. They will be banning out the Corki and the Gragas. But on the right, Geek Fam, they will be banning the Akali and the Darius. Why Darius banned?
I mean, he was buffed this patch, so he was already a very strong pick at the beginning of the patch anyways, so makes sense that they banned the Darius away, so I'm not surprised that he's banned, but Pantheon finally picked, and looks like a jungle Pantheon by the looks of it, so very interesting for Dream Esports.
But with that, they also leave the very strong picks like the Orianna. Orianna, know that she has so much crowd control, so much teamfight potential in these fights, so giving them up might feel more of a confidence play in this situation right here, and they will be picking up the Grace again. They will be picking up the Grace again as Pantheon, as you said, one of the better picks. I feel like it's quite underpicked in this meta right now, knowing that he's very, very strong.
Yeah, I mean, Ziggs always has that big damage on the side of his of Ziggs' back pocket. He always can have that three-pointer basketball hoop bomb at the side of Ziggs, and you also see Janna picked up. We saw Janna already been so useful in so many games. We really had, of course, Imperium Pro Team's Janna being the center highlight of almost every game he's being played. But we do see Orianna and Fiora pick up for Dream Esports. Very, very conventional and strong picks.
Yeah, and it looks like Geek Fam, they are trying to round out their team with a nice crowd control coming from the Malphite. So I feel like both teams, they have a more balanced draft, as both teams a little bit of an edge for Dream Esports team fight as they have more crowd control. But Geek Fam, as we saw earlier with the early aggression, they are able to get the early game lead if they try really hard this game.
So we can see that Dream Esports have a very strong point and click jump in with the Pantheon with the W, and if you have Orianna ball on you, you can just land that shockwave into that, everyone into that nice little center into Pantheon, and of course you can roam with the ultimate, so playing in the jungle, it is fine where you can go top, mid or bottom at the same time.
Yeah, it feels like Geek Fam, they want to go for, they tend to go for the greedier drafts, right? Even the last game, the draft was so greedy as they had barely any team fights, but this time they want to round it off with the Malphite. If they pick Sinch again, my mind will go crazy, seriously.
Greedy is a very strong word.
It's a very strong word, I must say, but it was greedy in the sense that they have to rely on getting that early game lead. That's why I say it's very greedy.
I mean, they did get the early game lead, so it was working pretty well for Geek Fam. Of course, they won't go with the Singe this time. Maybe it was a one-off surprise pick, the back pocket league peak. And we will go into the first game of the match. On the left, we will have Dream Esports from Brunei, and on the right, we will have Geek Fam from Malaysia. And my face is still in the middle of the screen, but we will see an early skirmish on the bushes. We will clear the wards out at the side of Geek Fam. Actually, they do leave a ward there, so interestingly, it doesn't get cleared out. But so far, it looks... Whoa, actually, Arian is at the side of the red buff. They're actually expecting an invade from the side of Geek Fam. They will be collapsed on by all four members. Wait, actually, Pantheon, he's very low. He will get killed away at the immediately, and you get the first blood on the Graves. And the whole side of Geek Fam, they will converge on the red buff. They will go in, and this is the same as last game. They have that early invade onto the red buff, and they will get 2 kills.
Yeah, and this is what they need. They need this early game lead. They got the great invade. I feel like Pantheon wasn't realizing what's happening there as he didn't even back off. He tried to finish the red buff as Geek Fam just took it back with the kill from the Graves, and as well as the Ezreal going in. I don't know from where, but that was a great start coming from Geek Fam.
I mean, really weird for me because Dream Esports, they did see them coming into the jungle, and Pantheon just stood there and didn't smite the red buff, so he just didn't get the heal off the smite, and he just completely fell apart there. He just couldn't get what he wanted, and maybe a little small misplay for Dream will cost them the early 2,000 gold deficit.
Yeah, it might be, you might say it's small, but it's actually very, very big. Knowing that Geek Fam, they are going for a less teamfight oriented team in the early game, especially. They have to wait for the Malphite to get his ultimate. So Geek Fam having this lead will help them in the early game especially, and of course with the next Dragon fight they will be having the edge with the items, and as well as they will be waiting for the Malphite to engage in these fights.
Yeah, and already we can see that usually we see a more relaxed team comp from the side of Dream Esports where they want to farm, but already we thought that with the Pantheon pick it would be more aggressive, but right now it looks like they're being shoved back. Most of the lanes, Fiora will be under the tower, Malphite will get that early reset And bottom lane, they look pretty fine so far with the Janna Energy, with the nice shields and pokes. Of course, mid lane, you will lose out early on to the Orianna, as later when Ziggs gets the items, he will one-shot the wave. So no issues there for Geek Fam too.
Yeah, and Geek Fam, I feel like they're feeling pretty confident getting those early 2 kills, as right now they are just playing it safe. They're not going for any aggressive engages. It seems like they just love doing that early invade to the red buff or even the blue buff, depending on the situation right there. But right now, Dream Esports, they are down, as you said, 3,000 gold, almost 3,000 gold right now with that early game kill. So Dream Esports, they're probably waiting for the next dragon, as most teams do in this situation. So in the next dragon, they probably do have the edge in the team fights, I believe, but the damage coming from Geek Fam might be way too much for Dream Esports to handle.
Yeah, it might be a little too much, and also you can see when the jungle is severely stopped in the early game, you can see that they're going to have a very big disadvantage at the side for Pantheon. He will not even get his level 4 just yet, and the Graves will actually be looking towards a level 6 soon. So yeah, it was very dangerous because Dragon is going to be up in about 35 seconds. So very weird situation coming out. And of course, I've just been told by my production team, my production friends, that we have actually a poll results coming out. We can see that 64 of you voted that Geek Fam would be in the grand finals, and I can't see that number, 26%. 20% will be for Dream, and the remaining will go for Nox 8%, and the others. And we actually have a technical difficulty on the screen. It is a bit lagging. So sorry about that. I can't tell you guys what's happening too. So you can ask me for answers because I don't know. So well, unfortunate lag.
Yeah, and maybe let's talk a little bit about how Geek Fam has been playing. They are trying to get the great early game lead, as they like to. As I said, their draft is relatively greedy with going with the Graves. As Graves, I'm not really too sure how well he fares, especially with the junglers right now. So Graves hasn't been seen so much in the meta. I feel like this is the only team right now that is picking Graves.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, Graves is a very strong pick for the team because Graves has that blind, he has everything else that can work. So I wouldn't be that afraid if it doesn't go as well as planned. So when they pick the Graves, you want to have that early pressure onto the Dragons and everything else so that it will work out for the team.
Yeah, and I feel like I've been doubting Geek Fam a little too much, especially from that last draft, but it's okay. We are going to be getting into
Red team has slain the dragon.
Don't miss me too much.
We are getting into the match. No kills have happened yet, as the dragon will be taken from Geek Fam. They do get the dragon. They did not get a kill after that though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably assuming that they did not have that big team engaging, the team fight at the Dragon, so probably Dream Esports just gave it up for free. And of course, guys, if you can see that it's a little weird right now because we are using our backup observer unit, so bear with us for a little while as we try to rectify the issue, but you can still see the match. So that is a big plus. And
yeah. Sorry for interrupting you, but there will be a fight going up in the top lane as defense. They will be trying to engage onto the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa will not be able to run away, but she will actually with the nice ulti and a great bomb coming from Ziggs. Does not get any kills though. Both teams, they're all so low. Finally, Panther will fall to the Ziggs, and we see again, we will have one. Oh, it will get traded back by the Orianna right there, and Ezreal has to run out.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the backline, the Panther just went in, and with the turret skill, he was able to tank all that damage for about a 3 seconds solid, no issue. And bottom turret, it will be taken by Malphite, but Fiora is looking for a return kill with Autumn, but maybe, I think she wins this if she can prop all the kills. One more on the side here will actually not be hit by the Fiora. So, wait, actually this is looking bad for the Fiora. He will be hit by the Unstoppable Force. He will try to heal up, but Malphite, he doesn't have the mana. Does he have enough speed? Flash from the Malphite, he will get the last hit, and he will get the kill on the Fiora. But look, Orianna, she's coming from the back. She will try to get the kill onto Malphite. He doesn't know it's coming, but Orianna, she's ready to get the kill. She will try to get one more hit with the barrier coming from Malphite. There is no blast code for the runaway, and that will be a kill for the Orianna.
Yeah, big misplay coming from Fiora. As we say again, Kai'Sa will get picked up in the mid lane, but as I was continuing, Fiora made a terrible misplay there, but there's so many fights happening as we have an engage coming from Pantheon trying to kill the Azure right there, but the rest of the team of Geek Fam will be there to support. Brom will fall, Pantheon will fall soon after, and now Geek Fam, they're up 7 kills to the 2 kills of Dream Esports.
Yeah, I mean, really well played from the side of Geek Fam. They pushed their advantage even further, and now 7 minutes in, they have a 7,000 goal lead. So, I mean, that's really difficult for Dream Esports to deal with the pressure coming in. Of course, they just have that force engage with Malphite. They have that good backline damage with Azure, with Ziggs, with the Graves too, supporting. And we can see, whoa. Really nice transition. But at the same time, we can see that they're really trying to push the effort. I mean, trying to push the advantage from the side of Geek Fam. They're trying their best. They will push in all the way to the side of the team. And they're trying to go for the tier 2 at the top side.
Look at Malphite going in from the back, trying to get a kill. I thought he was going to ulti there. It looked like he was going to ulti, but no, just walking forward, just keeping them away from the tower as they will take the tower right there. And wow, Geek Fam, they're just playing super solid, just super great macro plays. Considering the fact that they have a more or less teamfight oriented draft, but they're just winning every teamfight with just sheer gold lead items right now.
Yeah, the goal lead already growing so much higher for Geek Fam. They do take the tier 2, so the map for the top side is opened up for the side of Geek Fam. They will be able to just walk around in the blue side, no issues. And of course, Fiora not really dealing that much damage. I think he actually will pop the ulti, and no mana for the Malphite means he won't be able to kill him with Unstoppable Force. Will he kill every third kill? He actually gets the kill on the Fiora, and he won't be able to proc the thing. But I think they should be able, Pantheon should be able to get the kill. And of course, he does get the kill, but that was a 2v1. He should have gotten it for free, but they get the kill back, and they're looking for another fight on the side of Geek Fam. Look at that damage just from Graves' Q.
Yeah, and again, Geek Fam, they're punishing this Fiora from trying to get that 1v1 kill, even 2v1 kill. She can't even get it, as she does end up getting the trade by the Pantheon right there. But we see again, Geek Fam, they're just keeping them away from this mid lane. Just 3 people right there. They will be able to start the Ocean Drake as they want to secure their second dragon here. And Dream Esports, they do not want to give this up, as for the fact that getting another dragon, but almost another kill from the Ziggs, dealing so much damage with the ulti, and an engage coming from Pantheon, going in from the back, trying to go in, but no real fight. Having a nice shockwave coming from Oriana, but there's not enough damage for the follow-up.
I mean, it looked really nice, but they didn't have the damage to finish off that nice sequence of oh man, just look at that. I mean, the Janna ulti comes in huge for the side of Geek Fam. They just heal everyone up, and they're able to just heal up, and all the damage from the shockwave, from everything else will be negated. So, I mean, honestly, it looked really nice for Dream Esports, but at the end of the day, it didn't do anything.
Yeah, and they have to, this shows that the 9,000 goal lead is creeping up to them, as even if they get the good engages, if they get the good starts like this, the Malphite getting a 2-man lockup, gonna go try to chase in the backline. Braum has to run away, Kaiser has to run away, and Pantheon will have to dodge the big balls, but no, they will not get the kill onto the Braum, and you see everyone just running away with a sliver of their HP. They are not able to win any fights right now.
And meanwhile, Graves at the bottom side, he will push the Rift Herald, and we're going to have a little transition back to the screen. We will try to fix the ratio problems, and don't worry, nothing much is happening right now. Teams are resetting on the side of Dreams Esports. They're just going back and healing up, and at the same time, Geek Fam, they will also be going back to their base and trying to reset everything. So now we will go back into the game, and we saw that nothing much has actually happened since the time. You can see that Dream Esports, they're relegated to their own half of the map.
Yeah, and they did defend the bottom tower from getting destroyed by Geek Fam with the Rift Herald as well. So they did something, they got the Rift Herald away, but we see a great engage coming from Graves, trying to kill the Braum, trying to catch the Braum. Braum does get hit by the True Shot barrage, but does not fall. As we see Geek Fam, they are trying to get a little bit more vision towards the Baron side.
Yeah, I mean, already a 10,000 goal lead for Geek Fam. They're pushing their advantage all the way right now. They want to force Dream Esports into a bad situation. They want to see, hey, Dream Esports, you want to face check this bush? Of course, there is a ward there placed by the Braum earlier. He did escape, so no issues there. But he had to burn his flash and heal. So that's already 2 summoners down.
Yeah, Geek Fam, they are looking like they have the upper hand for the next fight as they are just farming up, trying to keep their goal lead a little bit higher. As Dream Esports, they are just trying to push the lanes. They have only gotten a single tower compared to the fact that Geek Fam, they will have 4 towers, and we see even at the bottom side, Malphite will be going onto the Fiora, just keeping her away. So Geek Fam right now, they're just in the driver's seat.
Already, I mean, I'm really surprised at how well Geek Fam are handling this lead. They're not rushing into objectives. They're not just blindly running to the Baron and giving up a 50-50 steal away to the side of G Esports. They're playing it very, very methodically. We can see Malphite already so much stronger than Fiora. Of course, getting the early Thornmail or Bramble West. I can't see. Can we see items for the side of both teams? I want to see if Fiora... Oh, never mind. They're having a fight right now. They're actually going in on the side. Malphite actually been TP. He doesn't land the unstoppable force, but look how tanky. He just walks through. But I think this is the mistake. He's walking up to front. He has to burn the barrier, and nothing comes out of that fight.
Yeah, and that was a very big wave coming from Malphite. He was not enough in range to get the great engages right there. As we see, he did go for the Bramble Vest, as you said, also with the Sunfire Cape as well. That's why we do see the damage over time coming from him. And we say, Pantheon will try to go in, try to get the steal, but he will slowly and barely run away. And we see Kaisa will be able to kill the Malphite there, but in the back, we also notice that Fiora does get killed by the Ziggs, and also Braum will fall to the Ezreal as well, and one by one they're all falling right now, and they're not able to defend this fight. So much damage coming from Ziggs. They're not even worried about getting the Baron right now. They can get the Baron anytime. They want to get the turret right here.
I think they might be looking to end. I'm not sure if they have the time, because looking at this, they could have just went for the Baron, but I think they see that the death timers are long enough for the side of G Esports for them to try for this end. They have the Ziggs, don't forget, he has his Saturn Charge, can take towers really quickly, so maybe they're looking for the end here because only Pantheon's alive and Fiora is just coming up, and now they're just going to probably just focus Nexus. They will try to hit the Pantheon away. 1000 HP on the Nexus. They will go with the redemption, and of course, Dream Geek Fam, they will take the first game away from Dream Esports.
Man, Geek Fam showing they are so strong in this first game. They do not want to go down even a single game. They just shown that how strong their aggression is, especially with the early game, early invade into the red buff right there, and man, it just shows that they know how to play this draft very, very well.
I mean, earlier we saw that last game that Geek Fam, they had the early aggression into the red side of the jungle for the enemy team, and same thing happened here. The thing is, you know it's coming, but how do you stop it? And of course, stats will be up for me to see who is the MVP. I'm putting my money on Ozora Veki.
Yeah, I know, the MVP will be Rumpel. Rumpel on the Graves. Rumpel, yes, he'll be the MVP on the Graves. Not really surprising there, as he has no deaths and he did quite a considerable amount of damage in these fights, going in with the engages, going in with the great ultimates, just keeping everyone away. And it does look like Dream Esports, they had a very good team fight oriented draft, but they were not able to capitalize on the Orianna shockwaves.
Yeah, and reminder, this is a best of 3, so this is just the first game. Of course, most damage will go to the Ziggs, and because just of him showing his bombs all around the fight, that will deal most of the damage. And of course, Momo on the Ezreal, he will deal that very, very nice and juicy damage too on the Ezreal.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure what Dream Esports has to do for the next game. I'm not even sure whether they want to change their drafts. Maybe they want to just recollect themselves. We have a chance to be able to see a third game. Hopefully, I want to see a third game, of course, as Dream Esports, they still have a chance. Best of 3, they can still win this next game as well.
So usually what I would say to teams is when you lose, you gotta take your time, you gotta reset. I mean, I always say this every grand final, but it's every time it gets more true and more true. Because last time we saw a big comeback, we saw from IPT, they lost the first game pretty bad to Nux Bullies, and they came back all the way, and they had that nice comeback 2-1 win. And let's read a little bit of the comments, guys. You know, apologies for the interruption earlier. Let's read some.
Yeah, and let's look at macam mana nak join tour ni. Yeah, you can join the tour and the tournaments in the Facebook page, of course. We do run this tournament every day, every single day for Warrior, and not only just Warrior, we also run it for Mobile Legends as well. So if you're interested in both games, just one game, one or the other, you can join for free.
Yeah, and talking about what happens every day, every game you have a replay, which you will now go into. You will see the replay for the first match.
Yes.
Because this is early on in the jungle, which really they killed off the Pantheon and the Braum, so they had such a strong advantage. Braum was going to get killed away by the big death bomb from Ziggs, and they will just push the lead. And this is where I thought Fira will get that revenge kill on the Malphite, but with the unstoppable force and just with the bare minimum mana available, he will get that trade kill at least. Pantheon does get the kill back, but the damage was already done.
Yeah, and Geek Fam, they're really up to a great start. Look at the engage coming from Malphite right there. It's going into the backline, as we see also Momo on the Ezreal, just dealing so much damage. They all have to run away with a sliver of HP. No one actually falls in this fight, as we see again. This is the Baron fight. Geek Fam, they were not able to win this fight. Even they do get the kill onto the Malphite, but man, there's so much damage from Geek Fam. They're already slowly dwindling away, as we see Braum getting killed, as we see Orena getting killed, and lastly, we also have Kaisa just trying to run away for her life.
Yeah, and this is when Geek Fam started taking over the game, and this is when they just decided, hey, everyone has such a long death timer, let's just push the game for the win. They will take the tier 3, they will take the inhibitor, and they're like, hey, still so much time left, so they're just gonna push for the end here. Pantheon will try his best to stop them. Pharaoh will also spawn at the same time. Braum come, but it will be too late. The redemption drops, but the game will go to Geek Fam.
Yeah, and Geek Fam again, man. They really, that's just their playstyle right now. They just showed how aggressive they can be. They just want to put on the aggression. They do not want to make these games so slow, especially in the early game, where they like to draft this very late game oriented champion. So they want to get more gold, they want to get the great start, and they want to be able to get the lead before the dragon fight.
And remember guys, it's a best of 3 because Daniel, you did ask best of 1. No, it's a best of 3, so there will be at least 1 more match or up to 2 matches more for the grand finals. So now we will be waiting all the teams for them to get ready. And of course, I wanna ask, what do you guys think of the first match? Because it was a very convincing win for Geek Fam. They had that early aggression once again at the red buff. And they do get another 2 kills. Like last time they got like 4 kills.
Yeah.
I mean, this time not so much, but early. I mean, you go in the game with a 2,000 goal lead. That is something you should be aware of.
Yeah, and maybe I just love seeing these teams having a very different playstyle, right? You did see Imperial Pro team, especially I'm still very amazed of how they play. They just wait for the dragon to spawn. Before the dragon spawn, they go for the top tower. They do that every game. But like Geek Fam again, they just always go for the invade. They'll always just punish everyone, just trying to get the red buff. And like even Pantheon just sitting there just trying to hit the red buff, not understanding what's actually happening. And Geek Fam, they just showed they want to play this early game aggression. They want to be super aggressive.
They want to have that early aggression, and I thought the Pantheon was a nice pickup to stop that early aggression, but maybe he wasn't really paying attention. He was maybe looking at items or pathing his jungle up, and that's when they came, and he wasn't there able to smite the red buff away. And when they came, they stoked the red buff, they killed him, and it was just all downhill from that moment on.
Yeah, and maybe the fact that they did pick the Pantheon, knowing that they will probably go for the Graves, knowing that they are able to beat this early game aggression, but you can't beat the early game aggression when you've literally just lost that one fight, especially the first blood, giving them already almost a 2k lead in the early game. So, Geek Fam, man, I'm hoping to see more of that. Maybe if they do more of that again and they're not punished for it, Dream Esports is looking very rough.
Very rough indeed for Dream Sports, but probably they are recollecting themselves. They want to reset their mentality for this match because you did just get steamrolled in that match. It was really bad. No Baron for either teams. They didn't need it at all, and they just ended the game just like that off a bad team fight coming out from Dream Esports. And I want to ask what you guys think about the pick of Graves, because we rarely see Graves happening, being picked a lot in terms of pro play, and you saw how effective it was for the side of Geek Fam.
Yeah, we haven't really seen teams favoring Graves so much, as they do favor the Camille, they do favor the Gragas, they do favor the Wukong as well. And that game we didn't actually see a Wukong, right?
No, we did not see a Wukong.
Yeah, so that was also another very surprising pick, as Wukong was in the pool. So that's probably one of the first times we have not seen a Wukong in a single game.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen the Wukong. I'm surprised we didn't see the Wukong, because I thought Wukong would be such a strong pick for them to pick, but it is not picked up. Instead, Graves was picked for Geek Fam. I thought Wukong would be the more sensible, more in-meta pick, but they show us why we are casting and they are playing.
Yeah, and they are showing how they are so strong right now, and we will be getting into the picks very soon, and I'm hoping to see another amazing draft coming from both teams. We do have, again, Geek Fam, they will be up 1-0 against Dream Esports. Dream Esports have to win this game to make it to a game 3. Geek Fam on the left, Dream Esports on the right.
Yeah, on Geek Fam, they did ban out the Darius and the Rakan, and for Dream, They banned the Corki and Zig, so they didn't like Ozara Vecchi's damage from the last game, so they will be banning out the Zigs from their side. And Gragas, as I said, the best flex pick of the century, a top jungle, mid and support pick. Either way, so
Whoa.
So
Another pick we have not seen basically ever, a Nami pick right here coming from Dream Esports. I'm guessing Geek Fam knows that they like to pick the Rakan, that's why they ban it out, right?
Perhaps. I mean, no, Rakan was banned from Geek side.
Yeah, so that's why I say they probably respect banning, knowing that Dream Esports in this position they like to pick the Rakan. But another surprising pick, man, the Nami.
Yeah, I mean, Nami, we haven't really seen a lot of Nami, so
It's just a lot, at least ever.
we haven't seen Nami in the tournament yet. But of course, when you combo it correctly and with the proper characters and using your pet the Nami, I would usually see them with the Ezreal since you can proc her passive from with Mystic Shot. But of course, they will go with Xayah, which is still a very strong pick. And remind you guys, Orianna and Akali is up, so Akali will be picked up by Geek Fam, a very, very strong pick. We said that she wasn't touched this patch. And it's surprising that neither team has been going for the Orianna. Maybe they don't see the value in Orianna anymore since she was nerfed this patch. And we will see probably the Graves again. So this will be a mid Gragas.
Yeah, mid Gragas with an Akali top. And they do go for the support Braum instead of the Janna that we see. But Dream Esports, another surprising pick. They will go for the cannon right there. They probably just want to round out their team with a little bit more AoE damage, more AP damage from each side, as they probably have to rely on Xayah for the physical damage.
Yeah, I like both teams' compositions because on Geek Fam you have that very, very nice front to back fighting. You have Gragas, Ezreal, Braum, Graves, Akali. Akali can go to the back line at the same time Gragas, and Braum can peel for the Ezreal and Graves. But on the side of Dream Esports, you have that very strong roaming potential with Twisted Fate and Pantheon, so they both can come together with their ultimates. And also we have Cannon with the nice team fighting potential with his Maelstrom. So you have to see how it goes. And actually, looking at the draft again, it might be a Akali mid. It might.
Yeah,
because Ozora Vecchi picked the Akali.
Oh, okay. So you have been mentioning that Akali has been falling out of favor in the mid lane, right? So it will be very interesting to see the matchup against the Twisted Fate, usually, probably in this situation. And Cannon will be going up against the Gragas. We have not seen much of Cannon. We did see some Cannon as well. But of course, we will be getting into the game 2 of the Grand Finals. Wild Rift, Summoner, Odyssey. We will have Geek Fam on the left side and Dream Esports on the right side.
You can see everyone is skating at the side of both teams. And the Gragas Cask will catch them all out, so he will know that they are all there. So this attempt is foiled, and you can see already they're going to shove the mid wave as quick as possible. You can see this is the strategy that Geek Fam have come up with. We take the mid lane very quickly, then we go for the red buff. And the idea from Dream is that, oh, let me take the red buff since you're taking the red buff away. So this is the like mutual agreement where they shake hands and say, hey, let's do this.
Yeah, and we have been seeing a lot of mid laners and the marksman just changing lanes as we see. Ezreal going to go mid with the Braum this time, where Gragas will be in the bottom lane, having to deal with the annoyance of a Nami with the Xayah.
Yeah, Gragas will be dealing with the bottom lane. So when you have Gragas there, he should be fine because he can just throw his casket, he can lay back and relax with his body slam, so he won't be in that much danger for the side of Geek Fam. And at the same time, we can see that Akali, she's having a fantastic time up, but we talk about that, they will go for the kill on the Gragas, but the heal coming in from the Braum, he will save him from going down, and first blood will go to Geek Fam once again.
Yeah, they were punished with that aggressive dive coming from Pantheon once again, but just a sliver of HP where Gragas just survives right there with the great heals coming from Braum as well, man. Geek Fam, they do not want to give up this game, man.
I thought they were going for a dive on the top side since Graves is looking really aggressive, but of course they do see that Cannon has that potential to outplay them with the stun, so he does think otherwise about that. At the same time, they are going to fight for the risk cutter at bottom. I think they're probably just giving up on the side of Geek Fam, but already a 1,500 gold lead early on for Geek Fam. Once again, this is the third game in a row where we see there's such a commanding lead in the early game.
Yeah, they didn't even play so aggressive this time, just waiting, just playing the farming game. They want to have the Azure farmed up. They want to have the Gragas farmed up right now. They do not want to deal with any fight early on. But Dream Esports, they were forcing a fight a little too early, going for the very aggressive dive onto the Gragas. And with the nice rotation coming from Braum, all the way from mid, went to the bottom and gets the heal.
Yeah, you can see that Braum expended both Summoner's Heals to secure that safety for the Gragas, and that was worth it in my eyes, and hopefully in Geek Fam's eyes too, because when you get that first blood, you get back the momentum, and Gragas here, of course, he will go up with a little bit more gold in his pocket, and he doesn't really die to Cannon, I don't think, because Cannon doesn't have that really strong burst, and Gragas can just run away with the casket.
Yeah, we do see an aggression coming from Braum right there, just going in, just getting the jump onto the Ezreal, just giving him a little bit more armor, but we see an engage coming from Gragas. Will be trying to peel off a bit of HP, and a nice ulti coming from Cannon. Cannon has to run away with the flash. Gragas trying to chase, but there's no real way to chase, but he does get the body slam onto the Cannon right there. And defense, they're already off to a great start with 2 kills. Man.
I mean, that was fantastically played by the Gragas. He landed the casket just perfectly to have that knockback. And when you see you have that little advantage on the side of Gragas, you will take it to the moon and run. So that is what he did. He had the advantage. So now, not only that he died, Cannon dies, he also loses that wave that he had at the top lane, and Gragas is going to get maybe 1 plate away on the turret and 30 seconds till the dragon spawns. So he'll be able to reset just in time for the dragon.
Yeah, in Dream Esports, they have to be worried since this almost exact same thing happened the last game. They do have a nice engage onto the Braum. We do see the Pantheon going in, but Braum so tanky. That gives so much damage in the early game. Does get a knockup onto the Xayah. Xayah has to spend the ulti right there, but we see Grave just trying to go in. No, she's just walking right back, chasing the Cannon instead. The Cannon also has to run away as the Dragon will be spawning soon. They do flash in, do kill the Graves, and they will try to pick up the TwistedFate. TwistedFate has to flash as well. It's almost running away, 1 HP. Akali tries to get the last hit, but barely saved by the Nami shield.
I mean, the Nami really came in and tried to help his best, but I think it wasn't even matter because they wouldn't get the kill. But the important thing is now they have the dragon. They're gonna get it for free because they had that kill onto the Cannon. He had no flash earlier from the fight with Gragas, and it is a snowball effect all the way from top lane. It affects something at the bottom lane. They tried to go for the play on the Braum, but he had that early Gargoyle Stone Plate, and that was because they got that kill earlier at the bottom lane. So everything, like I said, is a butterfly effect. If that bottom kill didn't happen, maybe that fight would turn in the favor of Dream Esports, but little by little, everything matters for Geek Fam, and they will win another fight.
Yeah, and again, they are so aggressive. Once again, knowing they're up in so much gold, 4,000 gold, almost 4,000 gold here. They will get their first turret in the top side. We do see Pantheon. I mean, Dream Esports, they will try to get the first turret right here. They know that they're down in gold. And GFM, they want to punish them. They want to punish them for their aggression. Xayah has to run away. Won't get hit by the Mystic Shot in the back. A nice ulti coming from Braum right there, but there won't be, it doesn't seem like there will be a nice engage, but from the back we have Gragas going in, killing the Pantheon with a nice ulti. Cannon also has to run away. 1 HP will fall to the Ezreal. We do have Nami trying to pull out the ulti to save the TwistedFate, but it's not enough as TwistedFate will give up the killing spree to Ezreal.
This is crazy coming from Geek Fam. They just plan everything like there are 5 snipers in the back line shooting in just millimeter precision. You saw that Mystic Shot flying across 3 different people and hitting the Xayah right on the forehead, getting that kill. We see Gragas in the backline turning the casket, disrupting their backs and allowing him to go into the backline, disrupt everything, and that's 7-0 for Geek Fam. Almost a 7,000 goal lead for the side of Geek Fam.
Yeah, Geek Fam, they are just playing so aggressive, especially for the fact that we didn't even notice that Gragas was behind trying to get the flank right there, and Penta will try to get an ulti, will try to get an engage, but look at Akali's damage, dealing so much to the Xayah right there. She had to spend an up, but a nice stun coming from Cannon does get the kill onto the Akali, and they all will run away with just 1.
That is a very nice pick off Akali. They slow the momentum of Geek Fam because Rift Herald is up. So without Akali, it's very hard for them to fight for the objective. But at the same time, look at the Gragas casket. They won't get the Xayah. Oh my god, look at the positioning. They continue fighting. They're going to go for the ulti with the Fissure in the backline. They will get the Nami. They will jump into the backline. They will get everything. Geek Fam, they will ace Dream Esports.
I'm so speechless right now, man. Geek Fam, I thought they were gonna lose that fight, especially they're fighting without the Akali right there. But Dream Esports, they were not prepared for the great engages coming from the Gragas, coming from the Braum, and they do win the fight with an ace. It's almost like a revenge play. You kill my Akali, I'll kill your entire team. And they also will secure the Rift Herald.
Hats off to the Shang. He had that fantastic Harkis taking the Xayah away. So they didn't have that constant DPS, but at the same time, the TF, he will ulti just to go for the bottom lane to defend that tower. Akali is at the bottom, so he will stop that tower from going down. And that is really important. I mean, at this point, they don't have the money, but at the same time, the Shang, I just praise you, but you are out of position, you will go down. The casket will buy you a little bit of time, but he doesn't seem like he's destined to win. But he gets a return kill on the Xayah. This man doesn't want to go down without a fight.
What is this man eating, man? Like, even the last game we saw, he was 2v1 against the Akali and the Braum, and not Akali, the Fiora and the Braum, but again, 4 people go in. He's just like, yo, I'm gonna just get this constellation prize, get this Xayah, get the free kill right there. Even the trade, it seems so good for Dream Esports, but the fact that they keep losing the Xayah, they keep losing the AD carry, the constant damage right there, they're not able to get even a significant advantage in these fights.
Nothing that Dream Esports seem to be doing have been working out. They're trying their best. They say that looks like Zorbeki. He will be looking for the dive onto the Twist of Fate. He doesn't have the potential to live. The Penta ulti will come in. Kendall will be there. Everyone will be here, but she's hiding in the shroud. She will get stunned up, but he will flash away, and the big boy, the Shang, will be there. He's so tanky. Look at him. He's with the casket. He will knock the Penta back, but he's a little bit of more than he can shoot. The Xayah will try to kill him up. He will hit up again with the second skill, and he will live. They will not continue to fight in the back line. We have the Fenestone coming from Xayah, but he will try to hit. He doesn't have that third skill yet. He will try to pull back, but it's too late. Unstoppable for Ezreal. He will get the Nami too. And then now they won't let Cannon run away. He will take his life with the flash from the graves. We'll get it all. Ezreal will come in. They will follow chase into the tier trees. They can't even take the tower, but they're going that deep in.
Let's take a break a little bit, as they are going to be able to get that bottom turret right there. But Geek Fam, they played that fight superbly well. Akali just stayed alive for so long in the shroud, even getting stunned right there, gets the first pickup onto the Twisted Fate. And Dream Esports, they tried to punish the Akali, but it was not enough, man. Geek Fam were around. They're already making their way to support the Akali, and they will secure the second Mountain Dragon in this fight as well.
It's only 9 minutes in the game, and we have double the amount of kills per minute. That's 2 kills a minute for Geek Fam, and they're going crazy. My goodness. I mean, the Shang, I keep saying his name because he's playing so well. Every time that I think he's gonna die. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man, Geek Fam right now, they are looking like they want to win this game. They want to get their first championship of the Summoners War Rift Odyssey. They already secured 2 dragons. They're already up 15,000 gold, Neon. So much gold, especially in this stage of the game. The Baron has not even spawned yet. As Geek Fam, they are looking to try to get this Baron. They want to end this game right here. They can definitely end this game right here. They do not want to go into a game 3. They want to get into this fight right now.
Oh, and now they're going to set up the bushes. They will clear the vision away from the red side jungle, and they're going to go for the grapes. He will ulti away just to be safe, and they tried so much people on the 5-man at the Dragon Pit. They won't be able to get the kill. They won't just take the top turret instead for Geek Fam, and Dream Esports, they have to run all the way back. And Xayah actually, oh, you're a little bit caught out of the way, and you will disappear in the moment. And Pantheon, you're probably coming in another cascade from the guns. He will get the cannon. They're actually going in the Pantheon. He won't survive this. He tries to flash away. He won't let them live. He will again. He will jump in with the side skill, but they are content with just 3 kills. They are going to try to push out the top wave. Again, Nami, you really look careful. If I were you, you go get sniped by the Ezreal, and Shang again with the body slam flash. He will get the kill on the Twist of Fate. Unstoppable for Zorbeki, and this looks like the dream of dreams. Esports will be shattered by the Geeks. They're just pushing into the mid wave. They don't want to end the game so quickly. They want to have everything. They want to take everything away from Dream Esports, and they're not even going to end the game. But and guess what? He just disappears.
Oh my god, another fight. They're just going in non-stop. They're going to try to kill a Xayah right here. Xayah has to run away. Pantheon will try to go in, will deal some damage. Nami will try to get a pickup onto the Gragas, but the Gragas, as you said, are so tanky. They're not able to get even a single return kill in these fights. They had 2 lives after they respawn. Even before they respawn, they can't win any fight right now. And Geek Fam, they are trying to win this game, as they will probably get the Baron into the final push of the game.
20,000 gold lead, 22,000 gold lead for Geek Fam. At this point, the gold doesn't matter. I don't even want to look at the items because it's just going to be a bloody massacre at the side of Geek Fam. They're going to have so much money. They're going to have to buy the bank at this point. They're going to have all the money in the world that they can carry, and already now they'll probably look for the Baron and look for the game-winning play.
Yeah, they are destroying Dream Esports right now. Even a 23 kills to 2 kills just from Dream Esports. Just little consolation kills, maybe just from that one Gragas skill right there. But we see aggressiveness coming from Akali. Going to try to pick up the cannon. The cannon had no chance. And in the mid lane, we do have an engage coming from the Gragas. The Gragas dealing so much damage to the Braum. Panther tries to ulti in with the dragon right there. But Braum gets a nice double knockup onto Dream Esports. They will fall. Triple kill for Akali. As right now, they are going to be able to push the game and win Summoners Odyssey for one rip. Geek Fam just shattered dreams, their own dreams. I don't know what to say.
Geek Fam, they are the fam that will be on top of the match. They will take this series a clean 2-0. No chances in the sight for Dream Esports. The dream of being a champion will not prevail today as Geek Fam. They will be your Wild Rift Summoner Odyssey champion.
Wow, that was such an amazing game, man. Geek Fam just showed incredible excellence in the early game, in the late game, in the mid game. They did not give a single chance. They barely gave any kills. They only gave out 2 kills for Dream Esports. They had no chance in that game. And man, Geek Fam, again, a great showing coming from them.
Fantastic showing. I mean, every match that we saw on stream, they had that unrelenting pressure on every team. They put the pedal to the metal. I finally got that reference correctly.
Pedal to the metal, yes.
So I finally got that reference correct. So my goodness, what a showing from Geek Fam. Of course, we will see into the stats. At this point, the stats will look like a crime scene because that was just a murder from Geek Fam.
Yeah, and the MVP being Momo on the Ezreal. I feel like there's no way that only one person can be the MVP in this game, and we had strong showings from the Shang on the Gragas. We've seen great return kills, great engages, great ultimates coming from him as well. And the rest of the team, even the Braum, even Akali, also Rabaki on the Akali and the Graves as well. The whole team was just an MVP on their own, man, individually as a team, and they just demolished Dream Esports.
Definitely. I mean, Dream was just just look at the damage charts. I don't even have to say much. Just look at Momo's damage. Look at Zora's damage. Look at the Shang. He went for a little bit more of a tanky build this time, and still look at the damage he's dealt. He has dealt more damage than anyone on the side of Dream. That just shows the versatility of Gragas. That's why I say, guys, please pick Gragas more. You will see the strength that Gragas brings to the table, and this, just from the side of Geek Fam, will show you the strength that they have overall with their team.
Man, that game was... I can barely talk right now. I feel like you're even worse. You were like a rap god right there. As there were so many fights happening back to back to back to back. As Geek Fam, they did not stop any aggression coming from them. But wow.
Oh, let's take a little break from the match, guys. Get us 10,000 likes. I got jump into the segue, alright? That's the best thing to segue. Get us 10,000 likes for the page, and we will get more games for you. You want to get PUBG Mobile, you want to get Valorant, you can go. Just hit 10,000 likes for us. Thank you very much. Share your page. And of course, we will go into the replay, and we will see what unfolded for Geek Fam as they took the crown away from Dream Esports. Woohoo! Woo!
And of course, the first kill, we do have a nice kill coming from the Gragas right there, chasing away, getting a nice body slam onto the cannon. And again, we do see a great fight in the bottom side, in the Dragon. They were trying to punish Dream Esports for being a little bit too aggressive. And look at the HP coming from Sister Faith. If it wasn't for the Nami, he would have died right there.
And another fight where they just play so aggressive. The Shao, you can see he has that righteous glory, so he will have that slow. When he wants it, and he will just get another kill. Look how tanky he is, even without any tanky items at the start, and they will just get another 3 kills casually for the side of Geek Fam. And I thought this was looking bad for Zalbeki. He was caught out. He will be killed, but that comes when Ezreal stops the fight. Like, hey, he puts the brakes and says, you guys can't move any further, and they just stop all advances. And this is the continuation of that fight. You see the Shanky is back, and he will land that beautiful cascade, and while you will see he will knock everyone back, and the Braum Fissure will kill everyone with the knockup, and that is just an ace for Geek Fam. Every time it looks like they're going to lose a fight, they just win it back.
Yeah, and Dream Esports, they are not able to even get this one kill. They got the kill onto the Gragas, but they had to give up that kill with the Zaya's death as well, as the Sham played this fight super well, knowing he was about to die anyway. Does get the return kill onto the Zaya as Dream Esports. They were not able to just get a clean kill. And right now they will be fighting in the bottom lane. As we said again many times, the fight looks so bad for Geek Fam, but Geek Fam, they're just able to survive with just a sliver of HP right there. Dream Esports, they have to run away. A great ulti coming from Ezreal, a great ulti coming from Braum, getting the kill onto the Zaya and the Nami as well. And in the back, man, Mr. Faith could not defend this base right here. And here again, Zaya was caught out in the base. A great cascade coming from Gragas, killing the cannon right there. And man, Dream Esports, they had no chance in this fight.
No chance at all. Then I thought they were going to end the game here, but they decided to just push the wave. You can see, you just took a look at Cannon. He just disappeared, so he can put his face at the back of a milk carton saying missing person, as he was just obliterated in that fight. And of course, this was just the end of the match. They tried their best to defend. Wait, is this the end?
No, this is almost the end of the match.
Yeah. They do manage to stave off Geek Fam just for a little while. And I think this is the fight where they end the match, where they, again, Gragas, the Shark will survive with just a little bit of HP, and they will just straight away go for the fight. And triple kill from Ozora Becky, and another double kill for Momo, and they will just end the game like that with a nice ace. And Dream Esports, they could not stand the power that was Geek Fam, and they will they will be crushed under the pressure, and the game will go to Geek Fam.
Yeah, once again, congratulations to Geek Fam. They do win today's Wild Rift Summoners Odyssey. They will try to defend, hopefully they will want to defend their crown for the next tournament, as we are running this tournament every single day.
You mean tomorrow also got?
Tomorrow also got. The next day after tomorrow also got.
Yesterday got?
Yesterday got also.
Oh yeah, I was casting, I forgot.
Of course, please do get the page to 10,000 likes. You will be able to watch more content. You'll be able to see more games, more tournaments just for you as well. And of course, with more tournaments, we're able to get great grand finals, especially like the last one. And you can also send your stars as well to send your support. You can get a supporter badge. You can get an extra promo video if you do send a star. More of like a viewer's request situation right there. And wow.
That was a fantastic grand finals, and I want to thank all of you for coming tonight. It was a fantastic having you here watching us cast this amazing grand finals. Once again, congratulations to Geek Fam with a commanding 2-0 victory, and that will be all from us at IRL Asia. We will miss you, and make sure to come back tomorrow for more wonderful Wild Rift content. This is NeonFaith signing out.
And I'm Chef signing out.